so that we would have with us the future scientists of TIFR and indeed the future scientists of India and the international community who will contribute to the enterprise. It is not our goal to how do you say, it is not our limited goal to just a few people and give them a lot of coursework and yes, put them on our projects and so on. It is actually our broader goal to train the next generation of people who are going to push the boundaries. So with that very, very broad goal, we do all of this. And I hope you folks are as excited about it as we are. I mean, this is why this day is in some year, because it is the year we really meet the next generation. Okay, there are a few students on this call, and I guess students on YouTube, so they are also the next generation, a little jaded maybe, but we love you too, okay? I can see some of this. The new fresh faces are always exciting, and you'll meet some of your peers today as well. So if I can leave you with one thing, I would say it's a very, very long road. Okay, we all enter into it. I don't think any of us, even with the grayest of gray hair, forget what it was like when we started graduate school. We all remember the shine in our eyes and the hope in our hearts with which we started, right? It's a long road. You all have the abilities and all have the talent, right? But we're all human, no? Life is not going to be absolutely perfect and roses all the way. Which of us has had, an entirely perfect, week or month or year, right? It's a long road. Hang in there, okay? It's okay for it to have its ups and downs, right? It's okay for it to be difficult. Okay, scientific life is actually difficult. It is amongst the most challenging things possible. And I get it because we like the challenge. We like struggling at things that, don't work, for the success, the thrill we get at, finally making it work. I sort of like to say science is for slightly half mad people because, we struggle with something and some experimental thing doesn't work and doesn't work and doesn't work and doesn't work. And you tweak it and twack it this way and that. And one day, after months and months and months, sometimes years, one fine day it works. And then what do? Do you say, yay, now I've got this thing to work, let me do it over and over, it works? Oh no. Write it up, you publish it, and then you go do the next new thing that doesn't work. So, okay, we're people who like to struggle. We're people who like challenges. And hopefully, so it will be for you. You will start with coursework and, it's going to be difficult. I remember my own coursework in graduate school. I remember finding it tough, okay? I was at Caltech. A colleague of mine who had done her undergrad at UC Berkeley, she basically said, Shubha, we're supposed to find it difficult because if it was easy, then why would a PhD take 5 years? It's supposed to be difficult and we're supposed to have to, so that we can be prepared to actually do research. And I found that perspective very useful to me. Okay, so it's all right to find it hard. And it's say so. You will never, ever, ever be judged or looked down upon for admitting something is difficult. You'll be applauded for being honest because all of us have been there. Okay, starting with me, if I, the Dean of Graduate Studies of TIFR, can say my beginning coursework hard, I'm sure you'll feel comfortable admitting that you might too, right? There's some geniuses amongst you who absolutely find it a breeze, more power to you. But it's okay to find it difficult. It's okay to seek help. Challenge is what we are here for. We're not here to succeed at everything. We're here to struggle and to overcome challenges and thereby push the boundaries of science beyond. So with that, I will now hand over back to Bindu because you will meet many, many people today. You will meet faculty in groups, and then each of you will also get a chance to introduce yourself because science is made of individuals. Unique individuals matter. We do want to know all of you. We do want to know your unique stories. So over to you. Bindu, can you just show the second slide in the PowerPoint just in closing?
Yeah.
Just to show you where we are all at and how many people are on the call.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah. So this is you, okay? This is the class. So I'll let you all just look at it. Yeah, we have, so only the biology department has a master's program. And whole spread of all of the sciences, mathematics, computer system sciences. This is the largest class that has ever joined us. Okay, we have never ever cracked 100. Heck, we've never even approached 100. So if we had to look for silver linings in COVID, I guess this is one silver lining. We have 108 of you here. Gender balance is a little bit off, huh? I don't know what to do about it talking to you. But this is something we revisit, I'd love to hear later on from your friends, what happened, because women and men apply to us in approximately equal numbers, and yet these are the numbers that stare us in the face. And this is one of the many issues we will discuss. Yeah. So, all right. I'll look forward to meeting you in person, and Bindu, back to you.
Yeah. So, thank you, Professor Tole. So we will request people to come onto video group wise. The groups have been already sent to you. You've already met the Dean of Graduate Studies. We request all the other deans, the group 1, to turn on their videos and to introduce themselves. I'll first request Dean Administration to please introduce yourself.
Shrirup may have had trouble joining. I don't know if Shrirup is on the call. Why don't you request the other deans on the list, okay, and Shrirup will.
Yeah, okay. So next we'll have Dean of Infrastructure. Hello. Dean Infrastructure. Okay. We'll move on to Dean Mathematics, Mr. Ghate.
Hi, can you hear me and see me?
Yes,
great.
We can hear you. Yeah.
Great. Welcome everybody to TIFR. I had a small session similar to this one for just the mathematics faculty, so I'll be extremely brief. We were together with the students for almost an hour. But I'll take this opportunity to again welcome all the new mathematics students, the integrated PhD and PhD program. I think there's 11 regular students and 2 day scholars, so 13 students altogether. For some reason it says 12 on that slide, so we'll have to cross-check that. But 13 of you, and yeah, we were really looking forward to starting our courses next week and also to teaching you. So very good luck to all of you, and looking forward to starting this semester soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ghate. Do we have Professor Shrirup and Professor Sandeep Ghosh in session? Okay. So we'll now move on to Dean of STCS, School of Technology and Computer Sciences.
Shrirup just joined, Bindu.
Okay. Yeah. So we have Dean of Administration, Professor Shrirup Rai Chaudhary. Professor Shrirup, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So, well, to the new students, first I welcome you all to TIFR. And I am the Dean Administration, so it is my job in this role to ensure that the systems which will let you do your research and academics here and your general life in general, to see that they function smoothly. So it's unlikely that you will be in touch with me directly in this capacity, but of course, if you do face problems, especially after you come here physically, please feel free to contact me. Apart from that, I am also a theoretical physicist in the Department of Theoretical Physics. I work on elementary particles, unified interactions, physics beyond the standard model. And any of you who are interested in such topics, you're always welcome to contact me, or once you come here, to drop into my office and talk to me. So welcome once again, very warm welcome to you all.
Thank you, Professor Shrirup. We'll now go to Professor Kalubran Maiti, Dean NSF. Professor Maiti. Is Professor Maiti, K. Maiti in session?
Bindu, the people with video on are on the first screen. So if they're not there, then just include them later when they come.
Okay.
So right now you have Sandeep Juneja.
Yeah. So we'll go to Professor Sandeep Juneja again, Dean of STCS.
Yeah, so I'm Sandeep Juneja, Dean of School of Technology and Computer Science. Welcome everyone. I'll be meeting the School of Technology and Computer Science students later. We'll be meeting at 7 o'clock, so we'll chat more then. To everybody else, I'll just say that, in computer science, we have a somewhat theoretical orientation now. So we work on theoretical aspects of computer science, system science. So areas like algorithms, complexity, information theory, probability, and so on. Lately, also machine learning. And one thing which I just want to mention to everybody, we were planning it this semester, but because of COVID, we pushed it to next semester. But we would be having a PAN TIFR course, which will also be taught by faculty, PAN TIFR, on machine learning, which will be for graduate students in all the disciplines in TIFR. So, machine learning is, I guess, increasingly an integral part of any of the sciences that you do. So this will be a course where you pick up the basics. So you'll hear more about this as we go along, but I just thought I'd let you know right now. That's something to look forward to, hopefully next semester. Welcome again.
Thank you, Professor Juneja. Professor Devendra Ocha, Dean of Finance, couldn't join us today. So now we'll go to the office bearers of the different subject boards. We request all the biology office bearers, group 2, to turn on their videos and introduce themselves. So we'll start with biology subject board convener.
So Sandhya had another meeting. May I request Mahindra for Oh, Sandhya.
No, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay.
So Professor Kaushika, you can start. You can introduce yourself.
I'm the
I think
convener
she's
of.
trying to turn on.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
My video is on. Can you hear and see me? Apologies for that. I'm the convener of the biology subject board across TIFR, which runs, as some of you may know, in 3 different locations. I'm largely concerned with academic matters. I first welcome you all to TIFR. I'm a neurobiologist by training, and I welcome you to DBS, which is a very collegial, small, friendly department with a very tight-knit student community, which addresses diverse problems in biology, from physiology all the way to cell developmental biology. So welcome all of you, and I think we have other office bearers here as well, including Ullas, who coordinates our coursework for the department, as well as Mahindra, who takes care of student matters. And I think all of you are going to be in for a very interesting time. I think several of you joined us, a sense of what the department is like, and we really look forward to engaging with you in the coming months through online coursework.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Kaushika. So we'll go to, I guess, Chairperson Professor Krishnanure is not here. So we'll go to the admissions coordinator, and then after that, the course coordinator of DBS.
Hello all. Can you hear me?
Yes, Professor.
So as Bindu said and Sandhya said that I'm an admission coordinator for DBS. I'm very happy to welcome all of you. It has been great pleasure to interact with you over last couple of months, addressing your queries, and has been difficult time as has been pointed out by several speakers before. So we will keep discussing the details as we progress. And if you have any pressing questions, queries, we will meet at 7:30 as I have written to you. So hoping to talk to you more in detail at 7:30.
Thank you, Professor Sunamne. Professor Koltur.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm from DBS. My research, my lab largely looks at aging and metabolic diseases and a lot of molecular mechanisms. I take care of coursework and general graduate. Along with Mahendra, Sandhya, and Shubha, we handle the graduate program at DBS. You'll realize that it's of course challenging, but it's actually very exciting. It's a lot of fun. Usually we also look forward to learning from you guys as we teach, because as you know that this is the coursework is not going to be just exclusively textbook based. Most of you will end up actually teaching us a lot of new things. Of course, this year teaching through Zoom will pose its own challenges. Probably we'll also learn new things as we go along. So welcome you all. Like Mahendra said, we will be touching base again later. Looking forward to interacting with you, and I'm sure we'll have a lot more opportunities to discuss, and not just the difficulties, but also the exciting part. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Koltur. We'll move on to the second subject board, chemistry subject board. So I request all the chemistry office bearers to please turn on their videos and introduce themselves. Group 3, that will be. We'll start with the chemistry subject board convener, Professor Deepa Kushlani.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is, let me first of all start with a very warm welcome to TIFR. This is an unusual way to be greeting all of you. And it's a pleasure to have all of you here today. And you would have received an email from me. We will be having a proper chemistry mixer, as it were, on Friday at 3 p.m. You should have got a Zoom link for that. But this is just a preliminary hello to all of you. And it's you're embarking on a very interesting new journey for your PhD and into PhD. And we have a fantastic department that you will be introduced to, and you will be able to see all the facilities and all the various research. I'm a materials chemist personally, but all the details will be shared with you on Friday. I'll just use the opportunity to say hello, introduce myself, and welcome again. And I'll move to Jyotishman. I think he's online. He's the person I think you've interacted with the most. So I think you finally get to see a face to the name and all the emails you've been interacting with. So Jyotishman.
Thank you, Deepa. And as I call her she's a senior colleague, but I call her by first name. I hope all of you, when you join us, I would like all of you to be aware that that we welcome everyone with a sense of informality. So welcome to all of you, not just the DCS students, but all the students from in the various departments to TIFR. We are absolutely thrilled that you went through so much of circumstances which were, I'm sure it was mentioned, that were so unique this year. And because of your enthusiasm, we could actually organize an online interview for the first time for the department's history. So we are thankful that you were as enthusiastic as us, trying to get the best of you to this place. Thanks for being so patient about many of the things that have happened since then, since the results have been declared. I also would like to say that, of course, our course coordinator is here, who is going to also welcome you, Professor A.S.R. Koti. But from our side, we are all working together to have you join us through coursework and later through physically coming here to the department, and actually be physically part of the family. Okay, we are a small knit family and we know each other very well. So it would be nice to have you here and have finally a warm welcome. See the premises, be here, stay here, and start your fantastic journey for graduate work. I welcome you again, all of you. So I now hand over to Professor ASR Koti, who is our course coordinator.
Hello, hi. Good afternoon to everyone. My name is Koti. I'm a faculty in the Chemical Sciences, Department of Chemical Sciences. So you're going to interact with me. All the chemistry students are going to interact with me because through various courses and etc. etc. So like Deepa mentioned, we'll discuss more on Friday afternoon. Okay, so course details and etc. etc. So I congratulate you for getting selected to TIFR. Warm welcome to TIFR. So I'm sure you'll have fun through your PhD, integrated PhD program, and you will get to know more about chemistry colleagues on Friday. So with that short introduction, welcome you all again. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Professor Koti. So we go to physics subject board, and I request all the physics subject board office bearers group 4 to please turn on their videos and introduce yourselves. We'll go in the same sequence. We'll start with the subject board convener, the chairperson, and then the course coordinators.
And let us also request Professor Amol Dighe to join in. He was the former Dean of Graduate Studies and has contributed to setting up the graduate school.
We shall we start with the physics. Oh, yeah, Professor Dighe. So we have our former Dean, Professor Amol Dighe. Professor Dighe, please. Professor, you're on mute.
Hi, so I'm Amol Dighe. As was mentioned, I was the Dean of Graduate School till last year. I'm very happy to be relieved of the duties because, as you know, the job has become more and more difficult now. And Professor Tole has, of course, been doing a great job.
And all of you are so painful, you know.
So that is why now I'm in front of you purely as a physicist. I'm in the Department of Theoretical Physics, and I work in the area of high energy physics, mainly on particles called neutrinos, some colloidal physics, some astrophysics, and so on. I hope to meet many of you when you actually come here, and we'll have physics discussions. I'll also be teaching a course for the INT PhD batch of physics, which is coming. So we will keep on meeting very often. So welcome to you all. I'm sure you will have fun.
Thank you, Professor Dighe. So we'll now go to the physics subject board office bearers. We'll start with the subject board convener, Professor Palit.
Yeah, I am Rudrajyoti Palit. I am working in Department of Nuclear and Atomic Physics. I work in nuclear structure experiments. I am the subject board convener for physics. We have 5 departments in physics doing different type of theoretical and experimental sciences. I welcome all of you to this graduate school, and we'll have in next tomorrow we'll have the welcome session for subject board of physics, and we'll send you the Zoom link today. And during your time in the graduate school, you will try to whenever you have any additional queries or related to your coursework or related to the registration or course registration or PhD registration, we'll try to, if you have any doubts or certain things, we'll try to help you. And at the end, again, welcome all of you to the graduate school. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Palit. We also have our Tina, Professor Vaibhav Prabhudesai. Professor Vaibhav.
Hi. So I'm Vaibhav Prabhudesai. I am co-convener of Subject Board Physics, and I'm also course coordinator. And I have already interacted with many of the physics students over email or phone. I work in Department of Nuclear and Atomic Physics, and my research work is in electron molecule collisions. I work in chemical physics and atomic and molecular physics. And tomorrow in our SBP mixer, I will explain to you more about your coursework and related issues. And at any point in time, if you have anything to discuss or ask for about courses and in general anything, please feel free to write to me or call me. Okay, so thank you and welcome you all, of course.
Thank you, Professor. We'll go to the chairpersons. We have 5 different departments in physics. So we'll go to the chairpersons. I can see Professor Ravindra Kumar, TNAP chairperson.
Yeah, welcome to TIFR, and we're extremely delighted to have you here. You know, we've always been, we have known that it's a choice that you have made to be at TIFR. I must say it's the best choice that you have made. As you will see when you come to the campus, that we have some amazing people doing amazing things here. And soon enough, you'll be joining these amazing people and doing amazing things yourself. So in the Department of Nuclear and Atomic Physics, we are an experimental department, and we have very powerful lasers and accelerators and all sorts of interesting facilities, many of which have been built here. That's one of the unique things about TIFR. And that, you know, we like to build things, build experiments ourselves, small, big, including, you know, the biggest possible experiment for satellites and so on and so forth. So welcome to TIFR, welcome to DNAP. When you are, well, this is, as Shubha said, this is very unusual here. You know, this is also one way of looking at it is that, you know, when physicists find a problem very complicated in 3D, they reduce it to 2D and then solve it there. And hopefully they think that everything will work out the same way in 3D. And we are hoping that your 3D life here, your 3D persona will be much more exciting than what we are seeing you right now on the screen. Come and join us. It's a very exciting journey, and we are proud and privileged to have you here. And all our students, past, present, have made TIFR immensely proud, and I'm sure you will do too. So good luck for your future.
Bindu, your mic is switched off. Mute, unmuted.
Bindu doesn't seem to be.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor. So we have DA chairperson, Professor Bhaswati Mukherjee.
Hi, everybody. I am Bhaswati Mukherjee. I am the chairperson of Department of Astronomy and Astrophysics. I extend a very warm welcome to you all. It is an exceptional year, and also I think it's a bit of a, I feel a bit for you because you are not in the gorgeous campus of TIFR right away, but don't worry, we'll have you over very soon. So as a physicist, so I am an astrophysicist, primarily working in using observations to study the matter which is between the stars and also how stars form out of them, and a bit on astrochemistry. We are a department which has members working in observations, of course, then computation, including and rigorous modeling, and we actually specialize in building instruments for astronomical application for all, over a very large range of wavelengths. As you probably know, AstroSat, one of the only multi-wavelength astronomic satellite that India has launched. Out of the many instruments, 3 of them were completely built in TIFR, and we actually take pride, and we genuinely feel happy when our students also participate in that. So a warm welcome to you. I know that you may have many questions because many of you have never been formally trained in astrophysics, but feel free to ask us the questions. We'll have a department mixer a little down the line when you all have settled in and started the coursework, then because then it becomes a bit easier to communicate. But in the meantime, please feel free to write to any of us. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We have our admissions coordinator, Professor Shubhrata Pal. Professor Pal,
Yeah, welcome everybody. I'm the admissions coordinator, and I was handling the admissions of all the physics and the non-physics, biology, chemistry, more or less. So as you know, it's a difficult task, so I've been receiving many queries. especially from the GEST coordinators. There are barrage of queries. So I interacted with many of you of this. And since TIFR was organizing or conducting the GEST, so there are a lot of questions, and I have almost interacted with you, many of you. And I work in theoretical nuclear physics, which is the physics of quark-gluon plasma and multifragmentations. So I'll be happy to interact with you more in future and more in the academic sessions and academic mixers, and more non-academic or admissions things. Now I think I leave it to Vaibhav, our admissions coordinator, our course coordinator, who will take care of this. So I think I'll be relieved from your barrage of questions, but I'll be happy to take more. Thanks.
Thank you, Professor Pal. We have DTP chairperson, Professor Arendu Gupta.
Hi, hello, nice to be here. I'm the chair of theoretical physics, and I'm sure many of you who have interest will have looked up what we do. So if you have questions, I'll be willing to answer them, and there'll be other people also who will be able to answer your questions. Feel free to ask. Thanks.
Thank you, Professor. I don't see DHEP and DCMP chairpersons here, so we'll move to the next group, that is the mathematics and the STCS office bearers. So I would now request the mathematics and STCS office bearers, group 5, to please on your videos and introduce yourselves. We'll start with the mathematics convener, Professor Trivedi.
Yeah, hi. So I'm Vijayalakshmi Trivedi. We have already met yesterday. I think we met all of you except one. And I won't say anything about the School of Maths because I'm sure all of you know about it.
Vijayalakshmi, you only met the math students. You didn't meet the rest of them.
Yeah, but do they need to know about maths?
Why not?
Okay.
That's a wonderful thing of TIFR.
Yes, it is wonderful. Thank you. We have met all of the maths students except one. I think he couldn't connect. I think there was some problem. And as we said, it's a point is that we should keep interacting. And one way to do that is to have a regular meeting with your senior colleagues so they can tell you about rest of the faculty and make a criticism or whatever you want to do about them. So get to know about the faculty through them. Then we do not, the subject board of maths includes subject board TIFR Mumbai, TIFR CAM, which is in Bangalore, and ICTS Bangalore. So we run 3 different programs. So yesterday, in fact, in detail, we have talked about it. So I don't have much to talk about really. And we do not have as such official course coordinator, but Anand Sound will be playing that role. And we have other young people, Sandeep Verma and Tanmay Deshpande. And you are going to have very enthusiastic instructors in this batch. And we are going to have a very big batch this time. So we are also very happy to have you. So I think maybe Anand can take over now. I'm done. So.
Okay, so hello, I'm Anand Sawant. Can you see and hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm Anand Sawant. I'm a mathematician working broadly in algebraic geometry, and I'm also going to be teaching one of the first year courses, the one on topology. We have met the mathematics students yesterday, but a warm welcome to the math students again, and also all the students to TIFR, although the semester is going to take place online. So welcome, and we hope to see you on campus soon, as whenever it is possible. Thank you.
Thank you. I do not see anybody else from math. So we'll go to convener of STCS, Professor Harsha.
Can you hear me now? Can you both hear and see me now?
Yes.
Yes. I'm Prahlad Harsha in the School of Technology and Computer Science. A warm welcome to all of you. It's a strange time. It would have been very nice to have all of you on the TIFR campus. It's a strange year, so hopefully shortly at least by January next year, we'll see you all on campus. A warm welcome to the STCS students, especially. Most of you have possibly already interacted with me a lot over the last 1 month. You know me, and you possibly have not seen me by face, but we have a lot of email exchanges over the last 1 month. Wish you all welcome. There will be a short STCS mixer immediately after this welcome event at around 7 p.m. today. And the STCS is a small group of the larger TIFR family. We are a really small group, this both by the student population and the faculty population, but I invite all of you to come and interact with us during your years at TIFR. We are looking forward to having you all on campus.
Thank you, sir. So now we have the group 6, that is the medical section. Dr. Sandhya Raghavan. I don't think she's here.
Dr. Raghavan said that she would come if she didn't have, medical duties. As you know, she's in this very, very difficult time, she's possibly the most overworked person on campus. And I thought it would be nice for you folks to meet her because, the Chief Medical Officer of TIFR is the person who we would consult if there are any issues that arise in these very difficult COVID times. So it's too bad we can't meet her, but that's why we thought it'd be good if she could have come.
Okay, so now we present 4 short talks that are of importance to the GS2020 students. First,
I think Bindu's gone offline.
Yeah, looks like that.
Let me call her. Bindu, I think you're off. Okay, Bindu is getting back on, but I think the first talk is possibly the one of most immediate interest to all of the students. A talk from the TIFR Student Society elected representative, Rajeshri Kundu. The TIFR Student Society is one you'll all be part of, and I will just hand over to Rajeshri. Take it from here, please. Sorry, mistake.
Can you all hear and
Yes.
Okay, see this presentation? Can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm Rajashri. I'm from DCS. I'm 50th year students. I would like to welcome you all on behalf of all the students from TIFR. So I would like to introduce you to TIFR Student Society, which is you all be by default member of TIFR Student Society, as it constitutes of PhD students, postdocs, and all the JRFs. So what is TIFR Student Society? It's a committee by TIFR students. So every year we elect few members to organize the events, cultural, sports events, and other various events, which I will talk about. So and all of you can join this TIFR Student Society and be a part of it. So we have a website you can go and check out. And we also have a official email ID where you can send your suggestion and ask question about TIFR Student Society. So first, life in TIFR will be very exciting for you guys. So you will be staying here for 5 or 6 years during your PhD or in PhD. So that has to be very exciting
in terms of academic as well as emotionally. So what do we do in TIFR? Generally, we explore science. We have our own projects. We do our respective research, attend classes, seminar, even organize seminars, a workshop for us. But I would like to introduce to the other part of the life, which is student life or a personal life. So when I was sitting in your place, I was also asking what else apart from academic life, because after academic you have to do something else, right? So there first you all be welcome with all the seniors will be organizing event called Freshers Welcome Party in the beautiful West Canteen, Seafest West Canteen. I don't know, you guys haven't get the chance to see our beautiful campus. We have a beautiful canteen just beside the sea, which is West Canteen. There we organize the Freshers Party. We'll all be dancing, singing, and enjoying the party, as well as we'll have good foods. Next, generally every year we organize Dahi Handi during this Krishna Jayanti, where we make human pyramid and do this kind of stuff you can see. But this year for COVID-19, we couldn't organize this event. After that, this TFS Student Society organized Diwali, where there will be a Rangoli exhibition. Every students get to show their like art by as you can see few of those artworks, and as well as we also celebrate with fireworks in not in campus, in the housing society, which is just adjacent to our campus. Next, we celebrate Holi. It's like one of the most celebrated thing in campus. All the faculties and the students participate in this. As you can see, a few faculties and a few students are playing with colors. So next, we all wait for terrace, which is called Beloved Terrace Party, which is officially called teacher-student interaction meeting. But it is a kind of a party, dinner party, where we organize a party in the hostel terrace, and everyone come and we play music, we dance, we eat good food. Teacher and student both participate equally. As you can see, few teachers are dancing, few students are also dancing in the party. Next.
You have to say why we have to call it that.
That I'll come. Okay, so next there are few sports events, like sports events organized by this TFS Student Society, like football events, badminton, cricket, or frisbee. If you like to play in indoor games, like there are table tennis, chess, carom, and you can also introduce your own game too. Will also support these kinds of things. So next, every year we generally organize some cultural event, which is every year that has a different name, like say summer interlude, singing in the rain, the various kinds of different. There people show their dancing talent, singing talent, or the acting talent. As you can see, there are few drama events happening, few singing events happening, and dance also. And apart from this cultural events, every Saturday or Sunday, there is a elected member in TSS, which is called movie secretary, who usually choose one movie and show you in a big screen. So you can come and see your favorite movie with your friends, not going out of campus and pay for your movie night. You can choose your movie, come up to us, we want to see this movie, we'll organize that, and you can see the movie with your friends on big screen. Next, as we all are in TFR and we are in Kolaba. So the Mumbai's best part is Kolaba, trust me. So this is the picture during Diwali. This is a Marine Drive picture during Diwali taken by one of my senior. So and also we also encourage people to do photography in TFR. And we also organize photography exhibition during Founders Day. You can submit your best photograph there we will showcase those photographs, and we will exhibit these photographs for 7 days. Okay. So I would like to introduce all the current representative of TSS. So first is Ravi Shankar, who is from DNAP. He is canteen secretary. So there is a canteen outside campus inside TIFR housing colony, which is run by TSS, and he is the member who takes care of the canteen part. Next, this is Satyani Bhadra, who is from DCMPMS, who is the movie secretary. You can request him about showing any movie. He will arrange and show you that movie. She is the Smithrupa Kahali from DCS. So she is the cultural secretary now. So she is the one who is responsible for organizing all the cultural events. Next, he's Orgho Chakraborty, who is from STCS, who is the library secretary. So in TIFR, we keep the library open till night 1 o'clock. So this is beyond our office hours. So there are students volunteer who keep the library open after office hours. So that is organized by this. That is maintained by Orgo. Next, this is me, Rajashri. So I am the accountant of TSS. As Subha ma'am has said, why we need to call it a teacher-student interaction dinner? Because we need the money. So all the event money comes from TIFR. So and we get the grant and we spend money from there and to organize those events.
Fantastic science gets discussed during those parties. Okay.
Yes. So all
at least enabled.
Yes. So all the people organize stuff and come to me for money. So I'm the main person. Next, we also have a platform which is called Crescendo. It's a online platform where you can portray your art, poetry, debate, literature. They organize literary meeting, and they also interview few professors in campus and upload it to YouTube. You can watch them. They have a website. You can go to their website. There are beautiful pictures, drawing, photography is submitted. You can watch that. You can also participate in that. So these are the 8 members currently who are running this Crescendo online literary platform for TIFR. Next, apart from being in TIFR, we are in Mumbai and Kolaba. So you can go to any place like CST, Gateway of India, any famous restaurant you know from Mumbai, or any street food you will get within 15 minutes from here. So go out of campus, enjoy your weekend outside campus. So you can also shop. There is a shopping street called Kolaba Causeway. You can get anything and everything there. Next, and the favorite part of being in TIFR is you can go to Western Ghat within 1 hour, and you can, if you like to go to any greenery place, this will be best place to go during monsoon. So you can do trekking also. And as for food lovers, as I have said, we are in Mumbai and Kolaba, so there are lots of food variety in Kolaba. So you can get from Chinese to Mughlai and continental, everything you can try and find out which food do you like. So in the COVID time, as like the last slide, I'm like, okay, in the COVID time, we cannot do lots of stuff I have said in my previous slides. These are the old things. But I can assure, if you can't go out of TIFR, we have our own seashore, as all the pictures showing that it's a beautiful seashore. You can access this seashore anytime, and you can see this beautiful view. And I would say I have seen lots of other seashore within Mumbai, but ours is the best. Okay, with that, I would welcome you all again. Thank you. Come and join TSS because we have very less people participating. We need people participating. So be enthusiastic and participate in organizing things. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajeshri. Sorry, I got disconnected for a couple of minutes. So now we invite the Women's Cell chairperson, Professor Sandhya Kaushika, to speak about gender sensitization.
So let me see if I can share my screen. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Can you see the slides?
Yeah.
I'm going to assume since none of you said anything, you can see
Yes,
it.
we can. We
Okay,
can see the slide.
fantastic. I'm so sorry. My computer died a few days ago, so I'm trying to get used to a new system. Okay, so very briefly, this is a short 2-3 minute presentation on something which is actually very important for all of us. There are a large number of students over here, as you saw, about 100 plus who are joining us. And it's very important that you have a harmonious interaction with each other during your time here, where you feel that opportunities are made available to you without discrimination, and you have the opportunity to learn, to grow personally as well as professionally, just like Rajshri said in her talk, in this very wonderful campus with really some excellent people around you. So this is something that I think probably many of you are aware of, but a reminder never goes amiss. Okay, so in TFR, we have something called the Women's Cell, which functions as an internal committee, which is required by law. It is a quasi-legal body which functions to address issues associated with gender equity. And specifically, even though the law talks mostly about the women, I want to assure you that the Women's Cell deals with any sort of gender discrimination, both from men and women. So we think that it does not matter whether you're a woman or a man. If you have difficulties or if you face discrimination or harassment, please come to us. Okay, we are a gender blind committee in that regard. All written harassment complaints will be investigated by the Women's Cell or the IC, depending on the nature of the complaint. We have our website present over there. Okay, a very short primer to what is considered sexual harassment. It, of course, implies unwelcome sexually determined behavior. Any behavior which was initiated without consent, which includes staring, patting, hugging, touching, making unwanted jokes, which has sexual innuendo, showing visuals, visual pictures or videos, all come under the purview of what can be considered as sexual harassment. Please note, this is TIFR. You're here for an education, to make lifelong friends, to really progress in your training. And some of you might be fortunate enough to find your partners while you're in grad school. Many students do so. But this is not a Bollywood movie repeatedly asking a person to begin a relationship if it has been made clear that there is no desire for one is a big no-no. Surreptitious use of technology to record and or share any audio or video activity of any individual, man or woman, without consent is inappropriate. We have prepared a small flyer, it's just a two-sided flyer, which is given to everyone who joins. I am supposed to be in another webinar now, so that just started. Will be given to everybody who joins TFR, and please do look at it carefully. Okay, so the next step, this is how the flyer looks, and you will see it's a very short list. We'll go through some key highlights in this talk. Please know your rights. State your objections clearly to the person who's instigating the unacceptable behavior. It can be anybody. This is something, it doesn't matter if someone has a very high position in the institute or is someone who's a cleaner. Absolutely make it clear if it is an unacceptable behavior. Please do state it. There is absolutely no reason to accept inappropriate behavior from anyone. Please report continued acts of unwanted or discriminatory acts to the Women's Cell in writing. We will investigate it. Our primary premise is everyone should get equal opportunities. Any discrimination or harassment can and should be reported, and we will look into it, and we will sort of investigate it and pass on our recommendations to the director. Okay. Small list of do's and don'ts. Treat everyone in TFR with respect, and in turn expect respect for yourself. Be sensitive to others. People come from many different backgrounds and cultures. What is acceptable and casual and commonplace to you may not be the same for everyone. You do need to keep that in mind. You're all stepping into a bigger world than you were before, and there is going to be differences of ways of behavior. Please, everyone should know that a no means a no. It is not a maybe. Do not start pushing on a no on the personal front when it has been made clear that some particular behavior or interaction is not wanted. Not respecting that boundary constitutes harassment. The person on the receiving end on any acceptable behavior, do make it clear to stop. And of course, you can always come to the IC or the Women's Cell immediately. Do not wait for months and weeks and 1 year before you approach us. We want TFR to be this wonderful place where everyone feels welcome, irrespective of their gender or any other social strata. This cannot happen unless people bring to our attention things which may not be working quite as well as it should. Please note, this is very important, consent is essential for both parties for any relationship or any event, including, say, studying together. Both people have to agree. Consent can be withdrawn at any time and should not be viewed as something permanent. Yesterday she came to my room to study, or he came to my room to study, but today I'm not comfortable with it. It's fine. Consent can be withdrawn. Please verify that there is mutual consent. And if consent is withdrawn or not given, do not insist or persist in unwanted interactions. This does constitute harassment. These are the members of the TWC and IC, and you can contact any of us. I am one of them. Professor Bhaspati, who introduced herself as the chairperson of DAA, is also the co-convener. And welcome to TIFR. It's a wonderful place to work, and this is just a tiny component which should be there somewhere in the back of your mind as you step into this world and interact with lots of people outside your department, within your department, and begin your scientific journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Kaushika. We now invite Professor Sushil Mujumdar to speak about cyber safety and ethics.
Thank you very much, Bindu. Let me start sharing my screen with you first. Right, here we are. So very good evening to all the new joinees. And I first, on behalf of the Computer Center, will welcome you to TIFR for a very happy, productive, and a fruitful 5 or 6 years of your life. So my name is Sushil Mujumdar. Right now, I'm speaking in my capacity as the chairperson of the CCCF, that is Computer Center and Communications Facility. Professionally, I am an experimental opticist, and I work in the Department of Nuclear and Atomic Physics. This presentation is made in collaboration with Kaushalya Srinivasan. Kaushalya is the operations in charge in TIFR. That's her extension number. And believe you me, she is the go-to person for practically everything that you would need in your stay in TIFR. So By the time I end this presentation, you guys are going to ask me, it all seems very obvious. Why did you spend all this time? And the answer actually is, although all this seems very obvious, believe me, sooner or later, some of you are going to make some mistake. And that is going to be an opportunity for us to say, look, we told you so. So just to earn that opportunity of saying we told you so, I'll go through the motions for this presentation. When I tell you, look, computer security is very important. The very obvious part of that importance is your own computer account, and the data that you have should not be lost, because that is something you will need and you will be in a tough situation if you lose it. But there is a more serious angle to computer insecurity, and that is the following. Apart from your loss, it turns out you're also liable for others' losses that happen because of your carelessness. If your account is used to break into by hackers, and if they break loss through your account, what happens is the consequences will be yours to bear. Now, what do hackers typically do from hacked accounts? There are some standard behavioral patterns that we know. Well, they infect the machines and send millions and billions of messages outside TIFR. What that does is that closes down the TIFR network. All the work done by other colleagues is then starts suffering. Secondly, our servers get blacklisted. Wherever the messages start reaching, those servers outside TIFR will blacklist our server, and genuine messaging will be interrupted. Okay, or these intruders, these hackers can destroy data in your PC and outside PC through your PC, and that data could be scientific research or critical administrative data such as payroll. Or even worse could be they can launch attacks from your machine to more sensitive installations such as banks and defense installations. And all this, if it happens to your account, your PC, turns out you will be held liable for that. So obviously we all want to avoid any sort of compromise with our PC security. It turns out the basic security actions to be done are very, very obvious. Simply start using a security software. For example, Windows has a decent Defender software, but more importantly, TIFR has a professional version of licensed antivirus. Make sure you have installed it in your PC. Learn to log in as a normal user in your PC, not as an admin. I realize that while you set up your laptop, you set up your PC, you have to be an admin. But once that part is done, log in as a normal user. Please don't fiddle around with admin jobs if you're not comfortable with them. Please get access to our system administrator in the computer center. Also develop a habit of using updated softwares, because these companies will close their security bugs in their versions when they bring out the new updated versions. Also develop the habit of backing up important documents and files regularly. You can use automated backup tools that will every night or every time of the day that you want, send all the data into a hard disk that you have chosen for this. When you are navigating the internet, make sure you check the URL. How do you do that? If you just hover your mouse over what you think is a link, the actual text of the link, that is the actual link, is displayed typically on the bottom left corner of your browser. Okay, that will tell you where that link leads to. If it looks suspicious, please do not click on that. Finally, please avoid unwanted and copyrighted downloads, because malware is often masqueraded as a downloadable entity, such as, for example, a very famous book. You want it downloaded, turns out it actually contains some malware. So please be careful in that regard. Next is, when you log in and log out of your PC, there will always be a log maintained in some corner of the computer. Find out where that is and develop the habit of inspecting the log. Okay. Also develop the habit of closing sessions properly and logging out. Don't just walk off from the PC leaving things open. That is open to risk. And be aware of hacking tricks like phishing. Never ever share your password or credentials. And this is a point I'm going to emphasize in a bit of a detail. Never share your password or credentials openly through email or phone. Remember that no system administrator will ever ask you for a password. There are ways of resetting passwords, but none of those ways involves asking it on an email and getting it written from you in actual text. To emphasize my point, I'll show you a typical phishing email, an email which tries to extract your username password so that your account can be hacked into. You probably have experienced this, but it doesn't harm to have a revision of the same. What you're seeing on your screen are two emails that are representative of hacking or phishing emails. The left one, if you look at the footer of this email, the text says this is an administrative message from mailhost.tifr.res.in, it may appear that it has come from TIFR, okay, from the system administration of TIFR. But let's focus on some part of the text. The mail says we are currently carrying out an upgrade on our system, The next part says, for this reason, all subscribers are to provide their username and password, etc., etc. And finally, the mail asks you to send the information actually in reply email. This should raise a big red flag in your mind. Never ever respond to any email which asks you for the username and the password in reply mode. Okay. The right email also has the same information, but here I can bring to your attention the from address. If you look at the from address, it's very obvious that this has come from a fake email ID, and this is not a genuine email. It's surprising how many people fall prey to such emails. So please, if you ever find yourself receiving an email which under some pretext or the other asks you for your login credentials, avoid responding to that and bring it quickly to our notice. We will filter the email out. Passwords are the most secure items that you would want to keep, okay? When you enter your password on any URL, on any site, you should first make sure that the URL is correct. Look at the address very carefully. Don't go by the physical looks of the web page. You actually read the URL ID first, okay? Develop the habit of choosing strong passwords. Here I have to invoke something called password fatigue. I know most of you have very many accounts already, Facebook, Twitter, this, that, or the other, and every account needs a strong password. So people kind of develop a fatigue of making big passwords. So sometimes purely out of fatigue, you might end up making passwords such as TIFR123, ABCD1234, or just password or some such thing. Because at the back of your mind, the thought is, this is a very small account, very benign account. I don't need to be so careful. No, sir. This account can be broken into, and then further that break-in can go much deeper into the system. So please never ever make weak passwords. Also, never use personal information that can be easily cracked. Choose a different password for every application. Yes, this is troublesome, but the cost of not doing so is much, much higher. Remember that your browser can do the task of remembering your passwords. Okay, so please ensure that you have a different password for every application. And importantly, again, remember to officially log out of the application when you leave. Don't leave it open for other public to access it or even remain visible on the screen. So develop the habit of logging out of every application when you leave your terminal. Now, what constitutes a strong password? Use a random combinations of lowercase characters, uppercase characters, numbers, and special characters. Make sure to use at least 8 characters. Ideally, it would be nice if you have something like 12. Once again, resist password fatigue when you make passwords. Some of the examples are shown here. There are uppercase, lowercase characters, and there are special characters in here. One way of remembering passwords is by tokenizing them. What do I mean by tokenizing? You have a general token, which is like a primary guideline, and then a specific keyword. For example, I believe you can read the word guest in there. Capital GU_E$T. There's a guest word in there, and then there's a specific keyword WB. This particular password could be a password for your bank account, ICICI account. This password could be for a bank account, CBI account, so on and so forth. So there are ways of creating and remembering difficult passwords. Start developing the habit of learning these ways and implementing them, because I cannot emphasize the importance of not letting your account get hacked. Now, password is only one part of the story, and there are other reasons why people like to hack into accounts and information. Hacking basically implies confidence tricking to get sensitive information. One part is passwords, could be your account password or bank account password or ATM pins. Even date of birth is actually sensitive information because that is used in identity theft. What you got to do is slowly start developing the habit of identifying sensitive information. If someone asks you casually for a date of birth, a person sitting across the counter, it should raise a flag in your head. Don't immediately give it because he's asking it. Just check back. Why do you want it? Okay, can we do it some other way? Let it be known to the other side that it is not easy to extract information from you. It develops a habit of being very careful. Don't be in a hurry to respond to requests for sensitive information. Next is refuse freebies that come to you on the phone and the email. For instance, you might get messages saying you qualify for an IT refund, or you qualify for a surprise cashback on that purchase. Or early on, we used to receive emails saying somebody in Nigeria has left $1 million to share with me. So if you want that, please share your account details. Well, obviously, this is all fake and fraud. Don't fall for these freebies. What is happening of late in the recent months and weeks, particularly due to the COVID scenario here where people have lost their jobs, we are seeing a very specific financial fraud taking place. What happens is either a friend or a senior of yours writes an email asking for financial help. Okay, and I will show you a typical email of that. Be very careful before actually entering in the conversation. We recommend you to check back on this friend or senior on an alternate channel, like write a separate email to him. Don't reply to the same email, but write it separately. Now, why am I emphasizing this a lot? You will see the next few emails and understand. I'm showing you 4 snippets. Now, usually I don't ever reveal names that come in the emails, but in this case, these are fake anyway, so I'm going to reveal them. Apologies to the people who are concerned. The top left email actually is from our director. You all recognize him now. You met him half an hour ago. So this email has come in the name of Professor Sandeep Trivedi. Okay, it is not from Professor Sandeep Trivedi. And it says, I need a favor from you. Please email me back as soon as possible. And you can see the signature is of Professor Sandeep Trivedi. If you respond to this email in reply mode, the next email that comes to you is the following, something like the following. I need you to please order some Amazon gift cards online for me. This is a typical way of extracting money. Now, if it's a senior of yours, you typically want to help. All of us are good people wanting to help good people, and we may take action. But believe me, this is a complete fraud. This is a scam. Please do not respond to emails such as this. We have received many emails of this kind. On the bottom left, the email was in the name of my chairperson, Professor Dr. G. Ravindra Kumar from DNAP. The bottom left email, sorry, bottom right is from the DTP chairperson. I mean, in the name of DTP chairperson, Dr. Surendra Gupta, and it went to DTP colleagues. So be careful. This seems to be a very involved financial scam. Please don't fall for emails like these. Now, the problem why people fell for it, I don't know if actual financial loss happened, but people ended up corresponding in these emails. And the problem is that when you see the email, you only see the name of the sender. You don't actually see the email address, correct? So if I show you the email address where it has come from, you will immediately realize this is a fake, correct? Look, this email address is director1640@gmail. Here you have professor's mail 13@gmail, so on and so forth. So when you see the email ID, you will immediately recognize that the mail is not genuine. That is why we in the computer center keep advising all people, please develop the habit of looking at the sender email ID, not the name. Now, this is not a very obvious thing because typical webmail interfaces don't show the email ID immediately. What you see in the bottom email is a default view of, let's say, the Gmail interface. You only see the name of the sender. Raghavan is a good colleague of mine. I asked him to send this email for this demo. You can see that the mail came from Raghavan. Okay. Now, this was indeed sent by him. But if this interface showed the email ID, and if the ID was different, I would have recognized the genuineness of this. On the top, what you see is the interface of TIFR. It's called round cube. I have masked the blue squares, masked my personal information, but you can see that the inbox list does not show the email ID. Okay, the point I am trying to drive home strongly is please learn to check the sender email ID and not just go by the name of the sender. That will save you and us a lot of trouble. Now, finally, I've been talking about how not to be victimized in all these phishing scams, financial scams. We have to remember that there's an ethics side for us too. Don't be on the other side also. We don't want to be victims. We don't want to be perpetrators either. Okay, this is where we invoke the ethics card. Well, the golden rule of ethics is very simple. Don't do unto others that you don't want done unto you. Okay, so you should not find yourself snooping into other people's computers or email accounts. Don't find yourself downloading hacks and tools for misuse. Sometimes some good coders or experts in computers may get a kick sometimes to see what does this particular tool do. It's exciting, it's fun, but it creates a lot of havoc, okay? Also, please don't create or spread malware, and unauthorized downloads are absolutely forbidden. I will give a couple of things, a couple of details. For example, TIFR subscribes to various journals, papers, ebooks, so on. There is a limit to how much download is allowed. Beyond that, if the download keeps happening in an unlimited manner, we receive complaints from the respective companies. So we will basically take action on that complaint. Copyrighted movies, music, and content is a no-go. You may feel very tempted to download that famous movie, but remember, there are bots crawling all over the internet. They write an email to us immediately. What has happened is we have gotten a complaint with the IP node identified. We have written a mail to the chairperson of the respective department, and that node had been disabled for a few days, which meant other people on that IP node could also not access the internet. Taking action is a job of ours, so we will have to do that. Finally, unauthorized, that is pirated and cracked softwares are absolutely forbidden. Companies keep writing to us, we have been detecting usage from this particular IP address, kindly stop the usage or simply buy our license. So obviously we have to take action on these companies. So with that, I come to my last slide. Very simple main points to remember. Again, very obvious, but please make an effort to work on this. You are liable for crimes committed in your name, so protect your identity from theft. Protect your passwords, make them strong, secret, and keep them all different. And remember, system administrators never ask you for a password. Do not give sensitive information away. Check back for genuineness of the request. Check the URLs before you click anything, and be mindful of ethical issues when you are in TIFR on the computer infrastructure. We have an IT security helpline for you, extension 2121 when you are physically here, and that's the email cc@tifr.res.in. With that, I once again wish you a very warm welcome to TIFR, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor
Thank you.
Mujumdar.
Thank
We
you.
now invite Professor Arnab Bhattacharya to speak about an important student activity, outreach at TIFR. Professor Arnab. Professor, you're on mute. Professor, you have to unmute yourself.
Sorry. Hi, everyone, and welcome to TIFR. Welcome also from the Department of Condensed Matter Physics and Material Science, where I belong. And as a scientist, my job is to work on semiconductors. But apart from that, I have a lot of fun in the institute, taking the science that we do out and sharing it with the public. And that's our science outreach efforts, which I will spend a little bit of time telling you about. As I tell you, this is the way to put fun back into fundamental research. So this is on behalf of the science popularization and public outreach efforts at TIFR. And you can always follow us. Either you can send an email to outreach@TIFR, or if you're on Twitter, you can follow @ChaiNY, @TIFR, and TIFR, of course, the main site as well. The aim that we would like to do is to actually tell the public in general, and especially students and teachers, school students and teachers, about science, new things that are happening, and especially new things that are happening in our labs, in our, wherever, whatever it is, happening in TIFR. And in many places, we are actually inviting people to come to TIFR or going out and interacting with people. Interaction is a two-way process. We need to meet people, and we need to, sort of engage with society, and that's what we do. And one of the sort of aims is also to, inspire students and get them to see all of you students as role models, and hopefully some of them will eventually take up science. And we do interact with people all across the city, but also we have a strong program focusing on reaching out to rural and underserved communities across wherever we are. So there are many on-campus and off-campus activities throughout the TIFR system, but one thing is, this is highly student-driven. It's one of the activities at TIFR which is really mostly driven by students, and it is this two-way process. It's not just, it's not public relations where you just put out stuff and, we know everything and we just put out information, but it's a two-way engagement that we're trying to get at. And I'll tell you about stuff happening here. And there is a science popularization and public outreach committee that sort of coordinates all this. And this is one of the few committees that actually has mostly students on it, also faculty members and staff in the institute. And we have a huge number of volunteers. We do small events, large events. It's you will see things happening in your time that you spend over here. And now, of course, things are a bit different. So what I'm telling you is what I call in the BC era, which is before Corona, right? So before Corona, we used to have these very, very large events on campus. And clearly things will have to change. So the highlight of the year is this Frontiers of Science, which used to happen on the third Sunday of November, where we invited 9th and 10th standard students and teachers to come to the institute and see what's happening. There were special lab visits, lectures, all done by students, demonstrations, things that would happen. Another very big day is National Science Day, which is celebrated on the Sunday nearest to February 28th, which is the National Science Day, where we again have more than 2,000 people, public at large. They come to TIFR. The whole, our lawns become a huge science mela. That happens. Founders Day, October end, is also another science mela. And then we keep having public lectures where people come to listen to distinguished lectures happening on campus. There are things that happen where we go out as well. There is Chai and Wai. I'll talk to you about that. We do rural science camps over usually 3-day weekends, night sky observation sessions. We go to schools and do lecture demonstrations. So there's lots of stuff happening. And the most important thing is we are online. You can follow us online. So at least Chai and Wai is online, and we have 9,500 plus followers. Go ahead. The next time you're on Facebook, like us. You'll be updated and receive information on what's happening. Frontiers of Science. This big event. It was something like this. You see the auditorium full of school students, highly energetic. Again, we used to get 2,400 students, more than 100 schools, which means there are almost 40 labs in TIFR that are open that day, and almost 300 to 400 students of TIFR, actually managing this whole thing. Now, clearly, FOS 2020 will not be like this. I don't think the coronavirus is going to suddenly leave us. So we will not give up. We will have it. We will have it online. We're planning how can we do FOS? How can we do these online visits, etc. We are planning something, but in the next few months will be clear. But this is also going to be a great opportunity for all of you. Before you come here, you can actually visit all our labs online. So this year FOS is not just for public at large. It's also for all of you who've not seen the labs. Maybe this will be your opportunity to actually see all the labs in TIFR. And FOS was this fantastic day where there were all, of course, labs that were open, and the whole garden becomes, with all these umbrellas, is where people get together and have a chat. It's good fun, and it's almost managed entirely by students. Very few people, mostly a student-driven effort, and it's an amazingly energetic thing. One thing that's been going on for a while is Chai and Wai. This is a science cafe-like forum, which is again informal, fun, and has a lot of hands-on experiments that you can do. We've been running this for the last 12 years, and just last Sunday was session 300. We've done the 300th session of Chai and Wai, running for 12 years, every 2 weeks without a break. Of course, the last few sessions have necessarily been online, but that means also we've reached out to people in many other places as well. And this is every 2 weeks, we have someone from TIFR go and talk to the community, talk to them about something related to science. It may be science in their labs, it may be something, just some fun science, easy experiments you can do at home. That's what we were doing during the lockdown, to encourage people to just join us and do some easy experiments at home. And we have, a Diwali special where we talk about light, or a Holi special where we talk about color. That's all really, really fun stuff. And this has made a huge change. In Mumbai, now you have people who are willing to wake up on a Sunday morning and come and attend these science interaction sessions, which is nice. Now, of course, we've gone beyond this. Now, we've, many of these experiments which were developed for Chai and Wai, we did them in schools all over Mumbai and the rest of the country. And these are all simple experiments you can do with things at home. And a lot of it was translated into Marathi, the local language over here. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't know Marathi, it's okay. You can still participate. And we do a lot of programs in rural Maharashtra, about a 200-300 kilometer radius of Mumbai, where we can go out on a 3-day weekend perhaps, and go to different schools and get students together, have them do these experiments. And it is amazing. It's amazing. This is, if you go on these trips, you will just be, you will come back with a lot of learning, which is beyond what you can learn sitting here in the lab or on a computer or something. We do all kinds of experiments which really take science out of the lab. I mean, what you see on your top left, I guess, is a grain silo. That was what is available in the harvest season. If it's not harvest season, it's free, it's empty. We can do science over there. This is an open air mela. This is in a dorm where there was no lab, so we just used some beds as a lab. And since most of our experiments are done with stuff at home, you can see experimental apparatus, very expensive experimental apparatus, steel plates from the mess, and an orange over here, for example. And we do very simple experiments. Simple experiments, most kids have not even seen a candle being covered with a glass. Something simple, but kids haven't seen it. They haven't thought about it. And you can do small, variations of these experiments, which will be great fun. We do, just putting 2 candles makes a big difference, for example. And we do wow experiments. Wow experiments are, once you see the experiment, you will probably never forget it in your life. If you've never seen magnesium, you must have seen magnesium burning in air at some point, but if you've never seen magnesium burning inside dry ice, wait till you see it. I'm sure we'll do it in the next 5 years, sometime or the other when you're here. These are things that, you should see once a year. And this is a chance for you to do all the kind of stuff that you would want it to do. And believe me, it's not just experimentalists. A lot of theorists who also are very, very engaged in helping us come up with these new experiments and try them out. Here are flames being used to look at wave patterns. We've done experiments with potato chips. We've done experiments with cornstarch. It's quite unbelievable, all the experiments that we do. And of course, we like dramatic experiments with colorful flames and all this, but things like this. And at the end of it, what's the reward for us? Why are we doing this? Of course, I think in a way, being able to talk about your science with others who are not experts, is actually an excellent way for you yourself to make sure that you understand what you do. It helps you write, it helps you speak, it helps you, communicate your science better. But even more than that, I think once you do it, what you will get back from it is just the looks of the audience. You look at the audience, you see the wow in their face, and that's what's going to be, something that's going to be extremely motivating, I guarantee that. And, in short, we have various routes out here to share our science with the community we live in, with the society we are living in. And, in many cases, a lot of new ideas come up every year, and ideas which are given to us by students. They say that, hey, I've had this thing, can we try this out? And of course, yes, we can try this out. And as I said in the beginning, you of course have TSS and all its activities, which is fun. But here is another way of using science to discover the fun in fundamental research. So contact us over email. Even when you're away, you can send us email, no problem. And definitely when you're here, we'll be more than happy to get you all on board and do something once you're here. Till then, stay safe and thank you very much.
Right. Shubha, can I go ahead?
Yes. So Professor Ravi Kumar would like to add to what Sushil Majumdar said about cyber safety. There are some valuable comments to make. So
yeah. So firstly, I think, we can't emphasize, of course, we realize these days how important internet and computers are. And so to lose access to them can be extremely frustrating and very detrimental. So downloads from journals, very soon you'll have access to the thousands of journals that TIFR accesses online. Automatic downloads are strictly forbidden by many publishers. It is not that you violate. If you make a violation, then they shut the server for all the TIFR, entire TIFR community, which is not only here, but also in other parts of the country. And number two is that, because you have free email access within the TIFR system, and you might think of using it for mass mailing, which is strongly discouraged. Mass mailing, even for academic purposes, is also subject to discretion of the committees. And in any case, certainly we don't use our email for, having email wars, messages posted back and forth. You may have to do that strictly on your general emails like Gmail or whatever you have. Right. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor Ravindra Kumar. So now, for the most important part of the evening, we'd like to meet all the GS 2020 students. I'll call out the groups. Please turn on your videos and introduce yourselves. Please look in the chat box for which it is to be next and be ready to turn on the video. We will begin with the biology MSc program students. So we now invite the MSc biology students to turn on their videos and introduce themselves. Please tell us your name, where you grew up, where you got your last degree, and we would like to hear a sentence about your interests in or outside of science. I'll just begin by, I've already posted in the chat box for the sequence. I'll just call out. We'll start with Shri.
So, hello all, am I audible?
Yes, Shri.
Okay, thank you. So, good evening. I am Sridhar Ramkrishna Prabhu. I am born and brought up in Mumbai, and I have done my BSc in biotechnology from Ruya College. My research interest mainly lies in cell biology, and someday I hope to contribute to this field. And apart from science, I also enjoy drawing, painting, and singing. Thank you.
Thank you. Varsha.
Maybe the whole batch can just have the video on for the duration of their own intros.
Yeah, so all the MSc, DBS, MSc students, please turn on your videos. You can keep yourself on mute and unmute when you're talking, but please keep your videos on. So I hope everyone has come on. Right? Okay, so we'll go to Varsha. Can't hear.
Hello everyone, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, all right, okay. So I am Varsha Mahapatra. I was born in Odisha, but then my father has a transferable job, so I can't say where I was brought up in. Yes, I did my bachelor's in Hindu College, Delhi University, in botany honors, and my research interest lies mainly in genetics. And apart from science, my interest lies in reading novels and dancing. Yeah, a lot of things actually, but yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Varsha. Anusha.
Hello, my name is Anushka Dev. I'm a Bengali who's been born and brought up in Patna, so there's a hybrid of background there. Then I have done my bachelor's in chemistry, genetics, and biotech from Bangalore University. And my research interest mainly lies in neurobiology, behavioral, and molecular. And apart from my research interest, I enjoy doodling a lot, basically drawing cartoons. And then I read novels, and I've spent a lot of my childhood learning classical Kathak dance. And so that's about it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Jaskiran.
Yeah, good evening to everybody. My name is Jaskirat Singh Modi. I was born and brought up in Vadodara, Gujarat. And I've done my bachelor's in cell and molecular biology from MSU Baroda. And broadly, in research, I'm interested in cell biology or molecular biology and even marine biology to some extent. And apart from research, I usually play a lot of sports and I have a large amount of interest in football.
Thank you. Himanshu.
Good evening. My name is Himanshu. I have been born and brought up in Delhi. I did my bachelor's in biochemistry honors from Delhi University. In research field, I like knowing and discovering about cell biology. And apart from research, I really enjoy reading a lot about Indian history. Thank you.
Thank you, Anshit. Amartya.
Oh no, that was Himanshu.
No, I'm talking about, next student.
Yeah. My name is Anshit Singh, and I was born in Hyderabad, and I've grown up in Mumbai. I will soon finish my bachelor's degree in microbiology and biochemistry from St. Xavier's College, Mumbai. And my research interest lies in biochemistry as well as astrobiology. And non-research, I am a filmmaker, photographer, and also very involved in scientific communication.
Okay, thank you, Anshit. Amartya.
Hello, my name is Amartya Pradhan.
I was born in Barrackpur, West Bengal, and I'm currently in Delhi. And I recently completed my Bachelor of Engineering, majoring in biotechnology from Netaji Subhash Institute of Technology, which is in New Delhi. And I've been a Khurana scholar last year. And in the lab, I really like anything that excites me, like it's or challenge me, I like that. So I had worked on cancer, and I'll be working on neuroscience. Like when I joined TIFR, and outside of lab chores, I like dancing, I like traveling, exploring cuisines, and volunteering for social causes. Thank you.
Thank you, Amartya. Simra, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Simra.
Yeah. Hello. So I'm Simra Khan, and I'm born and brought up in Mumbai. I'll be completing my bachelor's degree from Sophia College with a major in life sciences and biochemistry. Broadly, my research interests lie in cell and molecular biology. And apart from science, I enjoy reading and listening to music. Thank you.
Thank you, Simra. Gaurav.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Thank you, previous speakers, for their warm welcome. My name is Gaurav Bhardwaj. I brought up in Delhi and also born in Delhi. And for my graduation, I moved to the Varanasi. I did my graduation from Banaras Hindu University. And I will be joining Maitri Narasimha's lab. And my research area of interest is the morphology, how cell behave during the morphogenesis. And apart from research, I like to do swimming and many sports. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaurav. Ritabhas. Ritabhas, I could see. I think his connection is. Ritabhas, are you able to hear? Are you? Ritabhas Das. I think he's having some problems. Ritabhas, can you hear us? Okay.
Maybe, so Ritabhas, if you can connect and come back, just join any group down the road. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. So we'll have the last student from the DBS MSc, Aritra.
Hello everyone, my name is Aritra Chakrabarti and I'm from Jamshedpur, from where I did my schooling. I pursued my bachelor's degree in zoology honors from Deshbandhu College, which is affiliated to the Delhi University. As far as research interests go, I'm fascinated by cellular mechanisms in general and signaling mechanisms in specific, and also by brain-machine interfaces. Outside of academics, I would describe myself as an avid bibliophile. I'm also a passionate bird watcher and an amateur graphic designer. Thank you.
Thank you, Aritra. So from the MSc batch, we'll now move on to the biology PhD and integrated MSc PhD batch. So I request all of these students, the biology DBS, PhD into PhD batch, to please switch on your audios and unmute yourselves. So again, we'd like to hear about where you grew up, where you got your last degree, also a sentence about your interests outside of science. So we'll start with Malvika.
Hello everybody, I am Malvika Sriram. So I was born in Hyderabad, but I moved to Bangalore when I was around 4, and I've done my schooling ever since. So I'm almost going to finish my BSc in microbiology, chemistry and zoology from St. Joseph's College in Bangalore. My research interest, I would say I'm very, very interested in neuroscience, and I have been from school. Outside of research, I really enjoy music. I really enjoy singing, and I love listening to classical music, be it Carnatic or Hindustani. Apart from that, I really enjoy sketching. I like anything art and craft, quilling, crochet, sketching, any of that. So yeah, thank you. And I want to thank everybody for today. I'm very, very happy that we all have been made to feel so a part of this community already. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Malvika. Sonia. Sonia, can you please switch on your video?
Yeah. Hi everyone, myself Sonia Trikha, and I'm basically from Haryana, Fatehbad, and currently I'm pursuing my master's from Regional Center of Biotechnology in Faridabad, and my research interest mainly lies in cell biology. And apart from research, I love to play badminton and listen music. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonia. Riddhi.
Hello, good evening. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, please go on.
Yeah, I'm Riddhi Girdhar Agarwal, and I have done my bachelor's from Delhi University and my master's in biochemistry from IIMS Jodhpur. And like broadly, I'm interested in cell signaling pathways and immune networks. And my interest outside research lies in traveling. Like I love to travel both solo and with family and friends.
Thank you, Riddhi. Kannad Sur.
Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, my name is Kannad. I grew up in Howrah. The last degree I got was completing my MSc from Pondicherry University. That was in 2019. As for research purposes, mostly I prefer to stick to on the cell or molecular side of things. But recently, considering how 2020 has been, I have been reading up on stress because it has been a stressful year. And outside of research, I mostly love reading books, particularly currently reading on the industrial era European history and playing Dungeons and Dragons and eating some good food. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Charvi?
Hi, everyone. I'm Charvi. I'm from Chennai, born and brought up. I did my bachelor's and master's in IISER Pune. And my interest in science is in cell mechanics and closely related to cancer also, like the cell mechanics involved in cancer. And outside of science, I'm interested in music, Carnatic music mostly, but also all sort of interesting music. And I'm also interested in Indian philosophy and history and such. Thank you.
Thank you, Charvi. Now we have Nirjar. Nirjar Bhatt.
Hello, am I audible?
Bhattacharya, Nirjar Bhattacharya, sorry. Yeah, Nirjar, go on.
Yeah. Okay, I'm Nirjar Bhattacharya from West Bengal. I did my graduation in life sciences from Presidency University, Kolkata, and I did my master's in biotechnology from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. My particularly research interests, they are mostly on in neurodegenerative disorders and cell signaling. And apart from studying, I should say I think I should sum up myself as a voracious reader. I like to read a lot, and particularly I have special interest in history and the political scenario of our country and the world. So I think I love reading a lot. So that's how I am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anjana.
Hi, I'm Anjana. I'm from Calicut. I'm BSMS graduate from IISER Pune, and I'm interested in developmental biology and neurobiology in research. And outside of that, I'm interested in watching movies, listening to music, and reading. Thank you.
Thank you, Anjana. Sarvesh. Sarvesh is there. I cannot see Sarvesh. Harita.
Hi, I'm Harita. I'm from Kerala. I did my BSMS degree from IISER Trivandrum. I'm interested in neurobiology and more memory engrams in general. Outside of science, I like literature and reading. I mean, drawing. Yeah.
Harita, you're done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Harita. Ritabrata. There, I don't see it. Ritabrata. Ritabas, are you back?
Yeah, I am here.
So Ritabas, you can go on MSc biology. Yeah.
Uh, okay, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Hi everyone, I am Rito Bhash. I am from West Bengal. I did my BSc in microbiology from St. Xavier's College, Kolkata, and I love cell biology. And apart from academics, I love sports. I love playing cricket, kabaddi, or any sports as such. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Ritabas. Sarvesh and Ritabrata, I cannot see. Is there anybody else remaining from the biology PhD batch? Okay, I think we're done with the biology PhD batch. So next we'll go to chemistry. So I'll request all the chemistry students to please turn on your audios, video. All the chemistry students. Just wait for a couple of seconds so that everyone can turn on their audios and videos. Okay, so we have Prithvish is there.
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me all?
Yes.
Yeah, so I am Prithvish Ghosh. So I am not from chemistry background. I actually did my BTech from IIT Roorkee in metallurgical and materials engineering, but I always had a love for pure science and chemistry in general. So that's why this year I have thought to pursue MSc in chemistry, and luckily I got TIFR, and I'm happy to be a part of this community and already heard so much about you from all the esteemed professors and also already students who are studying there. So my research interest right now, I would say I'm interested in quantum chemistry, as well as my interest is not only limited to chemistry. I would also like to explore particle physics as such. Right now, I don't have that much exposure to chemistry to say which particular part of chemistry I would be most interested into. But yeah, I would say I am looking to explore the subject as much as possible, to learn as much as possible. So that was about my research interest. And other than research, I'm interested in a lot of things. I like sketching, I like traveling, I like food, of course, big time foodie. And other than that, I would say I have studied martial arts, so I am also interested into that. I don't know. I mean, the list goes on. I cannot describe myself in a particular, in just a list. So I'm looking forward to spending time with the whole community, and can't wait for coming to campus. With this, I would like to conclude my, you know, introduction. So thank you.
Thank you, Prithvish. Gunjan.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Hello, I'm Gunjan. I live in Philor, Punjab. I'm about to finish my BSc Honours Chemistry from St. Stephen's College, University of Delhi. My research interest particularly lies in nanocatalysis, and apart from that, I like singing, I like traveling, I like cooking. So I look forward to meet you all so soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gunjan. Sujit Kumar Das.
Hello, I am audible.
Yeah. Yes,
Hello
please.
everyone, I am Sujit Kumar Das. I am from West Bengal. Now I am pursuing my BSc degree from Ramakrishna Mission, Vivekananda Centenary College. My research interest lies within bioorganic chemistry, biophysical, and in medicinal chemistry. Apart from that, at academic purpose, I like to drawing, and in fact, I have 3 distinguished degree in drawing. And beside drawing, I like to write essays and etc. Thank you everyone.
Thank you. Arijit. Arijit, yeah.
Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, Arijit.
Okay, so hello, this is Arit Maiti. I'm from West Bengal, Kolkata. I was born in Siuri, that is a small town in Birbhum district, and I moved here when I was at 6 maybe, and due to my dad's transfer. And after 12, I decided to go with chemistry, so I took admission in Presidency University. And in the last month, fortunately, I got my degree. So about my research interest, quantum chemistry and what are those spectroscopic studies are those topics that I'm really interested in. And apart from study, I like playing video games, watching movies, listening to songs. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Amlan Jyoti?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you
Am I
are.
not? Okay.
Yes, you are. You
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone present here. So I am Amlan Jyoti from Chandanagar, located around Kolkata, West Bengal. So I have almost completed my BSc from Ramakrishna Mission Vidya Mandir, Belur. And as far as my research interest is concerned, it's mainly bioorganic chemistry, medicinal chemistry, and stuff like that. And apart from my research interest, I am also interested in reading, listening to music, watching movies, and I'm also fairly interested in sports as well. So thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Aishwarika. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Yeah.
Aishwarika. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for the warm welcome. And my name is Aishwarika Manti. I was born and brought up in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. I've done my master's from IIT Hyderabad. As a chemistry student, I'm highly interested in physical chemistry, mainly the kinetics of reactions and electrochemistry part. So apart from research, I do a lot of drawings and listening to music and sometimes singing. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Suman Tiwari.
Am I audible?
Yes, Suman.
Oh, hello.
Yes, Suman, you're audible.
Hello, everyone. I'm Suman Tiwari. I was born and brought up in Devariya, Uttar Pradesh, but I shifted to Lucknow for my master's, and I completed my master's in chemistry. My research interest actually includes studying the chemistry behind the biological entities and the natural forces in order to facilitate the human advancements in favor of nature or solve the problems existing which are actually not natural but contribute to human advancements. And out of that, I have interest in reading books which decode the functioning of brain about the results of the thought process that we meet daily. And I like poetry. I write, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Suman. Shubhra Patnaik.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so good evening. I am Subhra Ranjita Patnaik. I am basically from Puri, from the state Odisha, and I have completed my post graduation from Revensa University, and my research interest basically lies on broadly in the field of physical chemistry, and basically I'm interested in the electrochemistry part, and uh, besides I am also interested in activities like singing, a little bit of dancing. That's it. And I must add that although the situation is quite obviously we know the pandemic situation, but you have arranged such a warm welcome session, so thank you all for this. We have thought that we would miss this, but we didn't miss that, so thank you for this. Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you. Sanjeev Kumar. I cannot see him. Sanjeev Kumar. No. Tushar.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, Tushar.
I am pursuing my MSc at Utkal University, Odisha. My research interest basically lies in the field of biological chemistry, that is based upon disease detection and drug discoveries. Apart from science, I love to read English storybooks, writing poems, and apart from that, the most I love is playing cricket. Thank you all.
Thank you. Pratip Chatterjee.
Yes. Hello, I am audible.
Yes, Pratip.
So thank you all. Hi, I am Pratip Chatterjee. I am from West Bengal. I born and brought up in Krishnanagar, which is in Nadia district of West Bengal. So I completed my MSc from the University of Pollani, and now I'm joining to TIFR in 2021. So my research interest mainly in nanocatalysis, nanotechnology, and some synthetic organic chemistry and medicinal chemistry also. Besides my scientific interest, I also interested in playing football, badminton. I learn and listening music. I play some indoor game activities also, and I also read novels, books, etc. So thank you all. And I want to say another thing. Since I'm joining to TFR, and I am so interested in all the faculty, and I am going to say that I also interested in meeting in except the DCS faculty also and other member faculty in futures. Thank you.
Thank you, Pradeep. Komal.
Hello, a very good morning to all. I'm Komal Thavrani. I'm born and brought up in Jaipur, Rajasthan. I will soon complete my master's in chemistry from Department of Chemistry, University of Rajasthan. And my research interest lies in mainly in nanoscience. Along with that, chemical reaction kinetics of the chemical reactions. And apart from academics, I like to explore different kinds of places and cook and eat some good food. Thank you.
Thank you. Saurav. I don't think we have Saurav. We'll go to Ankur.
So can you hear me?
Yes, Ankur.
Yeah, hello. So hi, this is Ankur here. I'm from Junjunu, Rajasthan, and I have done my master's, which was integrated MSc from Center for Excellence in Basic Sciences, Mumbai. And my research interests lie in basically in molecular biophysics and imaging techniques. And apart from that, apart from science, I like to travel a lot, and I like to play volleyball, cricket, and other indoor games. And I would like to thank TFR for organizing this welcome session. And I'm looking forward to physically see the TFR campus and enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankur. Arijit, are we done with you? I thought. Anybody else remaining in the DCS students? Or then we'll move ahead.
So actually, since, if I may just interrupt, so this very complicated arrangement for webinar with a panelist limit of 100 and so on, we couldn't have pulled it off without the help of the computer center on campus. So because the computer center people may have to leave, I'd like to thank them all. So you've met the faculty in charge already, Professor Sushil Mujumdar. He gave the talk. I'd like to thank Mr. Raghavan, Mr. Rajesh Mistry, and Mr. Amish Panda. Can you folks, if you're on video, just come and take a bow, let everybody see you, because we really, really appreciate what you did for us at the, under pressure. There's Mr. Raghavan, hello. And there's Benny, and behind Benny is Rajesh. Rajesh, come closer. So Rajesh Mistry runs the audio-visual facilities in our main lecture theater. So you will see him and you will run after him and you will harass him for many, many times in your careers. But thank you. And Amish Panda?
I can't see him here.
But please thank him for us. Okay, heartfelt thanks all of you. Yeah, Bindu, back to you.
Yeah. So now we'll go to the physics student who are joining the 5 different departments of physics subject board to introduce themselves. So we'll go in the order of DAA, DCMP, DHEP, DNEP, and then DTP. So I've already pasted the names of the DAA students in the chat box. So I would request all of them to please turn on their videos, audios. We'll just wait for.
Hello, can you see me? Okay.
Yes. So we just wait for a minute for everybody to just on their audios and video.
Benny, we have capacity in the panelists, so you can bring all the people into the panelists who haven't yet spoken.
So all the physics students, I guess, can. Okay, so we'll start with DAA. We'll start with Varghese, Reggie.
Okay, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm Varghese Raji. I'm from Ernakulam district, Kerala. I completed my degree from Baselius College, Kottayam, affiliated to MG University. And my major interest is physics, and other than physics, traveling, exploration, things, learning new things. That's all about.
Yeah, thank you, Varghese. So by now you'll already know what we expect you to, but I'll just repeat. Like, we would like to know where you're coming from now, where you grew up, from where you got your last degree, and something about yourself and your interests in something outside science. So we'll go to Nipun.
Hi everyone, my name is Nipun. I am from Haryana, Bhiwani. I am pursuing my BSc degree in physics from Ramdas College, University of Delhi. And my research interest lies in nuclear physics and mathematical physics. Apart from academics, I like sports, mainly basketball, volleyball, badminton, and I like to travel and listen to music, and I also like to read books. Well, that's all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So now we'll go to Ayush Nema.
Hello everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ayush.
Yeah. Hi everyone. My name is Ayush. I was born and brought up in Chinwada, Madhya Pradesh. I completed my BTech in mechanical from Ramaya Institute of Technology, Bangalore. And apart from physics interest, I like to play keyboard, a little bit of guitar, and I read a lot, both fiction and non-fiction books. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayush. I was just curious whether your brother was in TIFR, because we had a student by the name of Aditya Nema. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next student in DAA, that is Aman.
Good
Aman?
evening, everyone. Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Am I
Yes,
audible?
yes, Aman.
This is Aman. I was born and grown up in Delhi, and I have completed my BSc honors from Indira Gandhi National Open University. And my main research interest lies in astronomy and astrophysics. And apart from studies, I like sports, mainly football and motorsports. And I love to do some sketching and paintings. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Aman. Mohit?
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Mohit Rasta. I was born and brought up in Jogani, Bihar. I will be graduating this year from Patna Science College. I am interested particularly in theoretical cosmology, and I also have some interest in observational astronomy. Apart from research, I love playing table tennis and I love traveling. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohit. Shatanik.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shatanik Bhattacharya. I'll be I'll be graduating with my BSc honors in physics from Ramakrishna Mission Residential College, Autonomous Mahendrapur. My research interest lies mostly in astronomy and astrophysics, a bit with a bit of inclination towards astroseismology and other observational and computational aspects of astrophysics. I also enjoy singing songs, playing various instruments, and I also enjoy reading books on astronomy, astrophysics, as well as geology. Thank you.
Thank you. Saurav.
Good evening, this is Saurav. I am born in West Bengal, brought up in different parts of India because of my father's transfer of a job. I am now in West Bengal. I did my MSc from Pondicherry University. I'm interested in astrophysics, theoretical mostly, and I like to play cricket, football, and play video games, as well as I like to write and learn about politics, Indian and international.
Thank you, Saurav. Debanjan. I don't see Debanjan here. So we go to Abhinav. Abhinav, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, is my mic working all right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay. So I'm Abhinav. I was born and brought up in Madhya Pradesh, and I did my undergrad at BITS Pilani Goa campus. And my research interests in physics are in exploring the logical limits of current foundations in theoretical physics and see where we can, if we can solve any problems from that. And apart from physics, uh, my interests are in evolutionary biology um, uh, and basically outside of science, I like trekking. I tried stand up once or twice, but I bombed terribly. So now I vent my rage at competitive shooter PC games, and yeah, that's it about me.
Okay, thank you. So there's one DCS. I think we're finished with the DA students. There's one DA student, Sanjeev Kumar, who missed out during the DCS interview. So Sanjeev Kumar from DCS, if you can turn on your video, you can introduce yourself now. Sanjeev Kumar from DCS. Okay. Okay, so we'll now go to the DCMP students, and your names are posted in the chat box. So we'll start. I'll request all the DCMP students to please turn on your videos and your audios. All the DCMP students. Okay, I think we have Sanjeev also, Sanjeev from DCS also. So meanwhile, before Sanjeev Kumar from
Yes, ma'am.
DCS. Yeah.
Yes,
So you
ma'am.
can, you missed out. So you can introduce yourself now.
Hello, everyone. This is Sanjeev Kumar. I'm from Bihar, and I did my graduation from Budapest University, which is in Bihar, Haryana. And I'm doing my post graduation from Capital University of Haryana. And my research interest is particularly in quantum chemistry and spectroscopy. And apart from academic interest, I have interest in music and movies and books. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sanjeev. We'll go to the DCMP students. We'll start with Surat.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Surat Laik from Kolkata. I am pursuing my bachelor degree from Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Centenary College, an autonomous college affiliated to West Bengal State University. And I am interested in semiconductor physics, and outside academics, I like swimming, traveling, and playing cricket. Thank you.
Thank you. Shikhar.
Good evening. My name is Shikhar Gupta. I was born in Bihar, Gaya. I have lived in a couple of places like Punjab, Himachal, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh. And I will be receiving my bachelor degrees in BSc Physics from Delhi University. And like my research interest would be in emergent phenomena in condensed matter physics. And my other interest, I would say it's very convenient. Anything entertaining, I just pursue it for a short term. Thank you.
Tanushri. Can I see Tanushri? Tanushri.
Good evening, everyone. I am Tanushree. I live in East Midnapur, West Bengal, and I am a final year BSc student of Midnapur College, affiliated to Vidyasagar University. And my research interest is nanoscience and nanotechnology. My hobby is storybook reading, listening to music, and crafting also. And I am happy to be a part of this community. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Tanushri. Rishabh.
Namaste and good evening.
Yeah, we
Hello?
can hear you. Yeah, we can
Okay.
hear you.
My name is Rishabh Vij and I'm from Delhi. I completed my BSc from PDM University, Bahadurgarh, in Delhi NCR. And as I'm selected for condensed matter physics. I'm still exploring my interest. So I don't. I'm still. It is a really a vast field. So I'm still exploring my interest in that field. Apart from academic, I'm interested in reading books from Indian philosophy. We can say that Vedantic philosophy, and I like to write poems in Hindi and Urdu, and also that's it. And apart from that, I also do sketching and doodling something. That's what I like. So that's it. Thank you.
You?
तो इंट्रोडक्शन अपना उर्दू शेर शायरी में करते
अभी मैम अभी के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहा हूँ मैं अभी थोड़ा सा अपनी थोड़ा नर्वस हूँ तो इसलिए
Maybe you can do it in January when you physically come here. You can prepare
बिल्कुल
something.
बिल्कुल मैम बिल्कुल मैम
Yeah. Okay. So
Thank you.
we'll go to thank you, Rishabh. We'll go to Lakshay. Lakshya. Okay, it's Lakshya.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm Lakshay from Delhi. I'm from Delhi, and I just completed my physics honors from Hansraj College, Delhi University, and I'm mainly interested in quantum computation in condensed matter physics. And out of research, my interest, I just loved playing sports like table tennis and volleyball before this quarantine, but after this, now my interests have basically shifted to PC gaming because I can't really go out. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Aishi. I can't see her. Aishi. Yeah,
Hello.
Aishi.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, Aishi.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Aishi Mukherjee. I am from Kolkata. I was born in Kolkata, and for a short period of time in between, for 4 years, during my schooling, I was in Dubai, UAE, and I wish to. So I will be receiving my BSc degree in physics honors from St. Xavier's College, Kolkata. My research interests are mainly like I like doing a lot of experiments. So experimental backgrounds and experiments interest me. So DCMP, I'll be figuring out what exactly in condensed matter interests me, but mostly experiments. And I'm mainly also interested in biophysics. So the DCS and DBS people can maybe see me hanging around and asking for some insight into biophysics. And apart from research, I like writing, and during the lockdown, I'm learning to play the kalimba, which is an African instrument. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Aishi. Debjyoti.
Hello everyone, my name is Debjyoti Paul. I grew up in Asansol, West Bengal, and I did my MSc Physics from Ramakrishna Mission Education.
Debjyoti, can you be a little louder? You're not very clearly audible.
Is it okay? Hello?
Can the others hear him? I cannot hear him very clearly. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yes. My name is Debjyoti Paul. I am from Asansol, West Bengal. I did my MSc from Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Educational and Research Institute in Howrah. And my research interest is in quantum computation. And outside research interest, I like reading detected novels. Thank you.
Okay. Amit?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello everyone. I'm Amit Basu, born and brought up in West Bengal. It's near Kolkata. I have done my graduation BSc from Barasat Government College. It is affiliated to West Bengal State University, and I will get my MSc degree very soon. My research interest includes quantum computation in condensed matter physics, and apart from this, I am also interested in string theory and beyond standard model physics. And apart from the research purposes, apart from the research subjects, I am interested in playing football, playing cricket, and I love to play guitar also. That's it. Thank you. And thank you for the warm welcome session.
Rahul?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rahul Verma, and I'm from Lakhimpur Kheri. It's a state district in Uttar Pradesh, and I have completed my masters in physics from IIT Bombay, and I have completed just a month ago. And my research interest in physics lies in like nonlinear dynamics and what is the correlation between quantum chaos and the classical chaos system, integrable systems. And recently, I'm also studying some part of this information theory. And apart from physics, I love to teach, and it's a passion. And uh, I used to play cricket, badminton, and chess. So, thank you.
Thank you. So we have the last student from DCMP, Preetham.
Hello, can you hear me all?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Pritam. I'm basically from Kolkata, in a very small village in Dakshineshwar, the famous temple beside the Ganges Ghat. And I have done my MSc from IIT Kanpur. And I am basically interested in experimental condensed matter physics relating to magnetism, nanomagnetism, and superconductivity. And except physics, I like to draw. I like to sing a bit, not much. Then poetry and all, after all Bengali. So these are all, and especially I'm very foodie person, so I love to cook. I know different bit of cooking, and baking is my largest interest, except physics. And those are all. And after, beside this, chess. See you, Rahul, on chess or somewhere in TIFR sometimes. And swimming is my kind of interest, outdoor. Thank you so much, everyone, and thanks for welcoming us. And it was a dream to be in TIFR. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Preetham. So now after DCMP, we'll move to the DHEP students. So I'll request all the DHEP students to please turn on your videos and audios. The others can switch it off. So the DHEP people come on the, yeah. So, okay. In DHEP, we again have a Rahul. So Rahul, can you turn on your video?
Yeah, yes, is it audible now?
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, there's another Rahul. Okay, okay. Yeah, Rahul. Yeah, yeah, you're audible. Go on.
uh, uh, Good evening, everyone. And I am Rahul from Kolkata, and I was also born on Kolkata and grown up at Kolkata. And I've done my, I will be completing my bachelor's from Maulana Azad College under Calcutta University. And my interest in high energy physics are studying the standard models and further beyond it. And apart from physics, my interest lies on uh, listening to musics uh, and go for a walk. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Rahul. Animesh.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Animesh.
Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Animesh, and I was brought up in Ranikhet. It's a small town in Uttarakhand. It's near Nainital, and I got my degree from Keshav Mahavidyalaya. It's a college affiliated to Delhi University in Bachelor's in Physics Honors. And as for my interest, I like high energy astrophysics, and outside it, I like sketching, trekking, and a bit of digital art. And I'm very excited to join TIFR. Thank you.
Thank you. Pranjalak. Prajalak.
Hello everyone, I'm Prajalak. First of all, I want to thank you all for this wonderful session. I'm Prajalak from, I live in outside Kolkata, and I completed my BSc last year from Ashutosh College, University of Calcutta. My particular academic interest lies in electronics, instrumentation, digital data acquisition, and signal processing. And beyond academics, I'm a musician. I am in Indian classical music, and I also do some kind of music production and computer graphic stuff. And I am also in science popularization. I attended many that science fairs, melas, everything. I like to interact with school students for interesting science. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Sushobhan.
Hello everyone, am I audible?
Yes, go on.
I am Sushovan and I grew up in Durgapur, West Bengal. I graduated from IIT Kharagpur from the Department of Electrical Engineering, and I shifted to physics for my higher studies. And I am interested in high energy physics and particle physics. Apart from physics, I love singing, listening to music, and reading biographies. And I am also interested in philosophy, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Ashish, I can't see Ashish.
Hello, ma'am.
Ashish is, oh yeah, Ashish. Yeah, please.
Okay, so my name is Ashish Narayan, and I was born in Patna, Bihar, and my last degree was from NIT Rourkela, Integrated Masters in Physics. And I am interested in experimental high energy physics, particularly in neutrino oscillations experiments. And my other interests are like swimming, playing cricket, badminton, and currently I'm studying about stock markets. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ashish. Mukund.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, Mukund.
Uh, Hi, everyone. This is Mukund. I was born and brought up in Pune. My last degree is I am about to complete my MSc from IIT Delhi. And for the research interest, I am interested in the experimental particle physics, like the big experiments like CERN and Bell experiment, and also the data analysis part in that. And apart from the academic, I like traveling very much, and maybe the PC gaming and cricket. Thank you.
Thank you, Mukund. Shreyansh. I don't see Shreyansh. Yeah. Yes, Shreyansh.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Hello, everyone. I'm very thankful to the committee for organizing this webinar. It's a very good opportunity for all of us to interact. I graduated from BITS Pilani Goa campus in December. I also did my master's thesis here in TIFR from from August to December. My interest is in studying black hole physics and applications of string theory, that is ADS-CFT, in black hole physics. I'm particularly interested in studying and knowing more about replica wormholes, which is used for the resolution of the information paradox. Alongside, I'm interested in ideas like quantum error correction and state dependence used to understand more about black hole interiors. Um, um, my other interests include yoga, meditation, walking, playing badminton, and uh, worshipping God. Uh, I I try to admire more and more peace in my life because that's necessary in research. Uh, hopefully, I will. Hopefully, I hope to meet everyone soon in January. Thank you.
Thank you. Amala.
Am I audible?
Yes, Amala.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Amala Agasti, and I grew up in Bangalore. I completed my integrated masters from NIT Patna this year, and my interest lies in detector development and astroparticle physics. Apart from science, I enjoy singing and reading novels. I also like traveling. That's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Ankur. Ankur. There. Okay, we go to Atul.
Am I audible?
Yes, Atul.
Oh, hello everyone. Myself Atul. Uh, I was born and brought up in a town called Mughalsarai, very close to Varanasi. You must be knowing it by name Banaras. I have completed my masters in physics from IIT Kanpur. I have had some experience because I completed it in 2013, mostly in teaching and software industry, couple of years each, give and take. Research interest, I know too little to pinpoint it exactly, but I would like to focus my research in understanding gravitation near black holes, neutrino physics, so on and so forth. Other than my research interest, I'm very passionate about teaching. I really believe that not just science, but teaching itself should be promoted. We as a country need it. Uh, I'm an avid fan of board games, card games. Uh, I'm a chess player myself, and other than that, I sometimes dabble in poetry, sketching. That's it. Also, I would really like to thank you all for organizing this. Uh, it was such an opportunity to interact with all of my colleagues, and I really look forward to being a part of such wonderful community. Thank you.
Thank you, Atul. So that finishes with DHEP, and now we'll go to the DNEP. So I request all the DNEP students to now switch on their videos and audios. The others can off the videos. All the DNAP students, please switch on your videos and audio. Yeah, so we can start with Harpreet. Harpreet, you can unmute yourself. Yes, Harpreet. Please introduce yourself.
Am I audible?
Yes, you can be a little louder.
So my name is Harpreet Singh, and I was basically born in Allahabad, but mainly brought up in Ambala in Haryana. I will be completing my bachelor's in physics from Delhi University, and my research interests mainly lie in high energy physics and particle physics also. So yeah, apart from this, I love watching movies and web series, particularly in the sci-fi genre. So yeah, that's it. And thank you very much for organizing such a great session. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So Niladri.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, I am Niladri. I was born and brought up in Bardwan, town in West Bengal, and I am going to complete my bachelor's from Ramakrishna Mission Vidyamandir. It is a college in Belur in West Bengal. And about my research interests, we don't get much exposure in bachelor degree, so I don't know what are my so-called specific interest range in research. But outside physics, I like to play the table tennis and also competitive video games. That's it.
Yeah. Thank you. I can't see all the DNAP students, so if you all have not turned on your videos, please turn it on. We have Anish.
Yes.
Yeah. Please.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Anish Acharya. I was born and brought up at Kolkata. I will be completing my undergraduate from Scottish Church College, Kolkata. To talk about my interest, I will explore all the MSc courses and will think about in which area I should work on. But although I am interested in studying in quantum and microscopic skills. And apart from studies, I like painting and sketching. And I also love reading books. And apart from all this, I thank you to organize this session. And I look forward to join physically in TIFR. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Sonali.
Good afternoon, good evening all. I am Sonali Gupta. I am from Bathinda, Punjab. I am a student of BSc final year of Punjab University, Chandigarh. I am mainly interested in accelerator physics and fundamental forces. And apart from physics, I like traveling, listening music, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Soumyabrata?
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, this is Shomabrata Saha, and I was brought up in Jalpaiguri, which is a small town near Darjeeling in North Bengal. I came to Kolkata for my higher studies, where I did my BSc from St. Xavier's College and then my MSc from Calcutta University. For my research work, I am primarily interested in studying high-energy nuclear collisions using hydrodynamics. And apart from physics, I like watching football and I'm a huge fan of Manchester United. I also love cooking and watching anything in the genre of psychological thrillers. So that's all from me. I hope to begin my journey as a TIFR student very soon. Till then, thank you and good night.
Thank you. Vishal?
Hi everyone, I'm Vishal. I done my bachelor from Delhi University and master from IIT Bombay. And at TFR, uh, I wanna research in nuclear physics and also wanna learn um, physics of high energy physics. And apart from research, I like to play badminton and volleyball. Thank you. And also, I am from Karnal, Haryana. Hi.
Thank you, Vishal. Kiran?
Hello everyone, am I audible?
Yes, Kiran.
I'm Kiran. So first of all, thank you for such a warm welcome session, even in these unusual times. I was born and brought up in Haryana. I somehow completed my MSc from IIT Delhi. Um, Coming from IIT Delhi, I'm highly interested in optics. Other than that, I'm a quite boring person. I just scroll memes all the day, and I love gardening. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we do not have the last student on the list here, Gorachand. No, I cannot see him. So now we have finished with the DNAP. So we'll go to the last department of physics, that's DTP. So I request all the DTP students to please put on their videos and their audios. So we have the largest batch. DTP is the largest physics batch coming in. So okay. So we'll start with let me see if I can. Yeah, you can start. We'll start with Sulagna.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, Sulagna. Go on.
Good evening, everyone. I am Shulagna Bhattacharya, and my hometown is Kolkata, and I am just about to complete my BSc degree from Lady Trevon College under University of Calcutta. And many fields of physics fascinates me, so I am more on concentrating on my coursework and electives, and later on I'll decide my research interest. And apart from research, I love singing, love listening to music, and so many things like the normal people does. So that's all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I think Gaurav. Somebody has been left out. Gaurav Bharadwaj. Is it DNEP? Okay. DNAP Gaurav Bharadwaj. On your video, if you want to introduce yourself right now. He's got left out, it seems. Gaurav. Okay, while he puts on his video, we'll go to hello Gaurav, are you joining? Okay, we'll go to Vibin Narayanan from DTP.
Hi guys, can you all hear me?
Yes.
So my name is Vipin Narayan. I'm from Kerala. I did my BSc from Victoria College in Palakkad in Kerala. Talking about my research interests, being an PhD student, I'm still exploring a lot of the fields in physics. But I have interest in cosmology and all the possible DOEs. And recently, I have picked up interest in some brain research um, from a theoretical physics perspective. Yeah, and apart from academics, I have a lot of interest. It's very hard to put that in a list, but I would say, um, yeah, being in high school, I was really into athletics, and I was so close from choosing an athletic career. So I was always interested in sports and games. Also, I'm interested in video games, and that's basically it. Thank you.
Thank you. Indrani.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, Indra.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I am Indranil Dey. I was born and brought up in Kolkata, which is situated in West Bengal. I am yet to finish my BSc in physics from Ramakrishna Mission Residential College, Narendrapur. My research interest basically lies on the various aspects of quantum mechanics, gravity, and cosmology. But I believe that I will be more specific in my research interest whenever I will get to know more about the various aspects of theoretical physics. Apart from studies, I like drawing, singing, and recitation, and playing tabla, watching movies, and all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. People who are not speaking, I request you all to please mute your audios. So, Gaurav, just wait till this gets over, DNAP, then after that you can introduce yourself. Mrinal.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good evening. Hi, everyone. I'm Mrinal Kanti Sarkar. I'm from Kantai, Purvanipur, Kolkata. My research interest is basically in theoretical physics, more specifically quantum mechanics, statistical mechanics, and relativity. Apart from research, my interest in playing cricket and traveling and seeing movie, etc. That's all for about me. Thank you for the warm welcome session. It seems pleasure to be here in front of you. So thank you.
Thank you. Syed Ali.
Good evening, everybody. I am Syed Masood Ali. I am from Bosirhat. It's east. It's a town in West Bengal in the east, and I am about to, but yet to complete my BSc in BSc honors in physics from Maulana Azad College, University of Kolkata. Thanks to Corona, and I'm very glad to be a part of the community of the IFR. And I like theoretical physics, and I would like to explore and learn the subject more. But I have interest in cosmology, neutrino physics, astroparticle physics, etc. And outside study, I like sports, social works, and I like traveling and literature. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Surya, can you on your video, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi,
Surya.
is it audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Surya Silvarajan. I'm from Tamil Nadu. I have a bachelor's degree in medicine and a master's degree in mathematics from CMI. And I'm primarily interested in biological physics. And apart from science, I'm interested in sports. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Surya. Rupak.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, I am Rupak Mujumdar. I am from Kolkata, West Bengal. I am about to graduate from Ramakrishna Mission Residential College. It's a college under University of Calcutta, an autonomous college. To talk about my research interest, I am broadly interested in theoretical physics, but I want to explore all the topics in the MSc curriculum, and then I want to pinpoint my exact research interest. So talk about other research interest. Other interest apart from research, I enjoy watching movies, anime, maybe painting, something like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Vivek.
Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes.
I am Vivek from Delhi. I have done my BSc from Delhi University, and my research interest is quantum mechanics. As far as I have studied, I am still exploring it. And apart from research, I like traveling, swimming, and playing chess. And I'm very excited to join TIFR. Thank you.
Thank you. Aranya.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Aruna Khonari. I live in a small village in West Bengal, 120 km away from Kolkata. This year, fortunately I completed my masters from IIT Kharagpur, and in physics, the thing that I mostly like is quantum physics. Ever since I was introduced to this, I am highly fascinated to its out of the box thoughts. And besides, I am also interested in cosmology and particle physics. And apart from physics, I am interested in mostly I spend my times by watching movies and web series. And I'm glad to see that there is a Manu fan out there. I think that there will be a good coordination out there. And that's all. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Amartya.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi everyone, I am Amartya Pal.
Yes.
I was born and brought up in Midnapur, a town in West Bengal. I have done my masters from Harishchandra Research Institute, Allahabad. I am interested in condensed matter physics. And apart from this, I love to play cricket and I love to travel. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Sabyasachi.
Hello everyone, I am Shobhusachi. My hometown is Washira in West Bengal, and I completed masters from the Institute of Mathematical Sciences. I am interested in condensed matter physics, and other than physics, I like listening to music. Thank you.
Thank you. Ajay. Ajay Mohan.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Ajay Mohan. Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Ajay Mohan. I'm from Chennai. I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering and master's in physics from BITS Goa. Research interest wise, I'm interested in all the things that fall under fundamental physics, the branch that deals with elementary particles and fundamental forces. Apart from research interests, I like playing badminton, playing video games, reading books, and listening to music. Thanks.
Vaishak.
Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
Vaishak, go on.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Vaishak. I am from Tumkur, Karnataka. I did my master's and bachelor's from ISER Tirupati. So my research interests are in quantum field theory, but generally I like all aspects of theoretical physics.
I think his lost connection. Okay, when he comes back, we'll connect him again. Nikhil.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So myself Nikhil.
Yeah, Nikhil, you can go ahead.
Yeah, myself Nikhil, and I am born
Okay,
and brought up in
thank
Delhi.
you.
One sec. Vaishak. Just hold on, Nikhil. Vaishak. You is your connection okay? Can you speak now?
Yeah, I can speak now. So I'll start again. Yeah.
Nikhil, would you mind just waiting? Vaishak can finish and then you can continue.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, Vaishak. Yeah. Vaishak, go on.
So my name is Vaishak. I was born in Tumkur, Karnataka. I did my master's and bachelor's from ISER Tirupati. So research-wise, I'm interested in quantum field theory. Apart from that, uh, uh, not non-academic things. I love playing badminton and table tennis. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Vaishak. Nikhil, you can continue.
Okay, so myself Nikhil, and I have been born in Delhi and brought up in Delhi also. I have done my bachelor's and master's degree from ISER Mohali. Academically, I am interested in studying more aspects of quantum field theory and string theory, and mathematical aspects of these theories. And non-academically, I am interested in playing badminton, playing puzzle games, and video games. And I'm also interested in, sorry, I also draw and also interested in photography. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikhil. Shaunak?
Hello everyone. This is Shonak Hajra. I've done my master's degree from IIT Kharagpur, and I'm from West Bengal. Actually, though I'm very interested in evolutionary game theory and quantum information biology, I am yet to decide my specific interest in theoretical physics because such a vast field. And apart from academics, I like acting, dramatics, and also reading, especially political philosophies, especially Marxist and anarchist theories. That's all for me. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Shaunak. Saurabh?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Saurabh?
Hello, hello, am I? Yeah, hello, my
Yes,
name is
yes,
Saurav.
Saurabh.
I was born in Begusarai, Bihar, and I completed my integrated masters in physics. Hello, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Saurabh, we can hear you.
So I completed my integrated masters in physics from IIT Kharagpur, and my research interest lies on basically on all aspects of theoretical physics, particularly in field theoretical aspects of condensed matter physics. And outside research, I am interested in studying about psychology, human nature, and religion, especially Buddhism. So I think this sums it all.
Yeah. So thank you, Saurabh. We finished with DTP. There is Gaurav from DNEP who was left out. So Gaurav, you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Gaurav?
Yeah. Okay. Firstly, my name is Gorachand Das, not Gaurav. I think some technical issue will be there.
No, I announced your name, but I think that. Anyways, Gaurav, go ahead. What? Yeah.
Yes, but my name is Gorachand Das, not
Yeah. So
Gaurav.
Gorachand, go on. Your name is showing as Gaurav, so you can introduce yourself. Yeah.
Okay. My name is Gorachand Das. I born and brought up at Chakda, near Kolkata, West Bengal. I got my master's degree from University of Hyderabad, and I am interested in low temperature physics, particularly ultra cold atoms or something like that. And apart from that, I am interested in listening song, travel, and playing cricket. Thank you.
Thank you. So with this, we finish all the physics departments. We will now go to maths and STCS. So all the maths students, all the STCS students, all of you all can put on your videos, your audios, and the other students who have already spoken can please off your videos and audio. So all the maths students and all the computers, STCS, computer and system sciences students can please switch on your videos and audio. Yeah, so your names have been put in the chat box in the sequence.
Okay, so am I audible?
Yeah, but I cannot see the STCS students. I don't know why. I can see most of the math students, but okay, we'll start with maths. That is Roktim.
Yeah. Yeah, so am I audible?
Yes, Roktim.
Yeah. So hi everyone, my name is Roktim Masterak. I grew up in Kolkata and I did my bachelor's in mathematics from Presidency University, Kolkata. My research interest is mostly algebra and geometry, vastly speaking. And apart from research, I love to listen to music a lot, like from Indian classical to jazz, rock, and rap. I listen to everything. And yeah, I love
to watch anime very much, and I'm an avid otaku. And yeah, I also love to read manga. So that's it about me. Thank you.
Thank you, Rafin. Arnab?
Am I audible?
Yes, Arnab.
Hello. Am I
Yes,
audible?
go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, you're
My
audible.
name is Arnab Roy. I am from Howrah, West Bengal. It's a twin city of Kolkata. So I have done my bachelor's, if it can be said done. So from Ramakrishna Mission Residential College, Narendrapur. I am expecting my results till now. So my about my research interest, I am not so settled till now. I like geometry and foundations of mathematics. And apart from the research, I am a fan of painting and studying literature and mythology. That's all.
Yeah. Thanks, Arnab. So this was Saurabh. 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 Saurabh, is Saurabh there? Uh, okay. Okay. Ashutosh. Ashutosh, you can
Hello.
introduce yourself.
Hello, am I
Yes.
audible? Am
Yes.
I audible?
Yes, go
So
ahead.
my name is Ashutosh. I just finished my bachelor's degree in mathematics and computer science from Chennai Mathematical Institute. As far as my interests go, I think so. I'm not completely decided on what I want to do in the future, but I am interested in number theory and topology. Outside maths, I really like cricket, chess, and I listen to different kinds of music. Thank you.
Thank you. Sumit. Sumit Kumar Singh. Aishik Chattopadhyay. Aishik. Yes.
Yeah. Hello. Hello, everyone.
Yes.
Can you hear me on?
Yes, Aishik.
Yeah. I am Aishik Chattopadhyay. Grew up in Burdwan. It's located in West Bengal. So I have done my master's and BSc in Pondicherry University. I've completed 5 years over there. And my scientific interest lies in the connection between algebra and topology. And apart from the subject, I really like classical music and working out for some minutes. Yeah, thank you. It's all.
Yeah, thank you. Shaumedi. Shaumadeep Sahu. Arkamoli Debnath.
Yeah, can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm Orko Mouli. I'm from Kolkata. I did my BSc from Ramakrishna Mission Narendrapur, and then I did my MMath from ISI Kolkata. And I am mainly interested in algebra, geometry, and topology. And other than mathematics, I am interested in philosophy, music, mental health. And I also want to point out something that I attended the VSRP program that TIFR organizes in 2017. And it's a weird coincidence that 3 students in my batch itself are from the same batch of VSRP back in 2017. So that's really something interesting. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Okay. Suraj. Suraj Panigrahi.
Am I audible?
Yes, Suraj.
Good evening, ma'am. So I am Suraj, and I grew up in Maharashtra. I had also been in Punjab and Bihar as well, and I am specifically interested in analytic number theory. And apart from academics, I am interested in playing chess and football. I also like to swim, and then I like to travel solo, and then photography as well. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Suraj. Shomik Ghosh. Can't see Shomik. Okay. Sarbajit. Sarbajit there. Sarbajit, unmute yourself. You're on mute.
Hi, I am Sarojit there.
Yes.
Very good morning to all of you. I am from Durgapur. I am born and brought up in Durgapur, but was staying in Kolkata last 5 years for my studies. I graduated in mathematics from Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata. In mathematics, I am interested in analysis. In my pastime, I love to play cricket and badminton, carom, and I love to read Bengali literature. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Partha Sarthi. I can't see him either. Partha Sarthi. Okay. Anybody left in maths, or we'll move to STCS students? Okay. So we now move on to the STCS student. So STCS students, please put on your videos and audio. I can see very few STCS students. Okay. We'll start with Hari Krishnan. That's it, right?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Hari Krishnan. Yes.
Okay, so my name is Hari Krishnan. I grew up in Palakkad and Delhi, Palakkad in Kerala. And I did my undergraduate from NSS College of Engineering, Palakkad, in BTech in Electronics and Communication. My research interests, as of now, they are in communication theory and information theory. So there are certain things in system science, like I belong to system science. There are certain things in system science I have not explored, so I may change later on after the coursework. And outside research, I do many things. I have not sort of figured out what I like the most. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Swapan, are you from maths? Are you left out? Your introduction is left out?
Yes, ma'am.
Swapan, did you introduce
Jana.
yourself or your... No, have you introduced yourself? Swapan?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, so just wait,
No, ma'am.
Yeah, so just wait for some time. Let the STCS students finish. Okay, so STCS, we have now Mainak.
Hello everyone, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, good evening. So I am Moinak Shandal and I am from Kolkata, West Bengal. And my most of my schooling has been in Punjab. And then I came back here in Kolkata and I did my bachelor's in technology from Institute of Engineering and Management, Kolkata, in electronics and communication engineering. And my research interest lies mostly working in the field of communication and machine learning. And apart from research, I like to read and write and see movies and all other things. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Varun?
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, Varun.
Hi, I'm Varun Ramanathan. I'm from Delhi, born and brought up in Delhi with a couple of years in United Arab Emirates. I've done my undergraduate in computer science and mathematics from IIIT Delhi, completed this year. My research interests are broadly in theoretical computer science, which is the intersection of maths and computer science. And I hope to zoom in on my specific interests next year. Other than that, I love music. I am a percussionist. I play the mridangam and the drums, and I also beatbox. I love reading all kinds of stuff, fiction, poetry, etc. And I also like running and playing badminton. And I'm happy to be a part of the TIFA family. Thank you.
Thank you, Varun. Praveen?
I assume that I am being audible.
Yes, Praveen.
Okay. My name is Praveen. I was born and brought up in Kurnool of Andhra Pradesh. I finished my BTech in computer science from IIT Bhubaneswar in 15 to 19, and then I spent 1 year at CMI as a master's student, and I discontinued from CMI and I joined TIFR for my PhD. My research interests are in algorithms and complexity theory. Apart from research, I'm interested in working out. Thank you.
Thank you, Praveen. Pranshu. Pranshu.
Hello.
Yeah.
My name is Pranshu. I'm from Mumbai. I did my undergraduate at Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. I was a maths major. I'm interested in discrete maths, topics like graph theory and combinatorics. Apart from that, I love cycling, photography, and writing poems. Thank you.
Okay. Pranoy. Is Pranoy there? Pranoy, I can't see his video. I think he is not here. Pranoy. Kumar Neelag.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I am Kumar Neelav. I grew up in Delhi. I finished my BTech in Computer Science from IT University. My research interests include machine learning, neuroscience, and linguistics. And apart from science, I like social sciences, reading books, and cats.
Yeah, thank you, Neelab. I just read Neelab's message saying that the STCS mixer is starting at 7 o'clock. So if you all wish, you all can leave the session or join the STCS mixer,
So
the
the
STCS
STCS
student.
mixer has been deferred till 7:30.
Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you, Professor Harsha. So we have one student from Maths, Swapan, who was left out. Swapan, you can please introduce yourself.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, good evening, everybody. I am Sopanjana. I have born and brought up in Paschim Midnapur, a district in West Bengal. I have my final degree. I have got Master of Science in Mathematics from IIT Guwahati. I am interested in analysis and geometry. Outside research, I am interested in playing and watching cricket and sometimes listening music. Thank you.
Thank you, Swapan. Any student whose name has not been called out and introduction is left, any student from any of the departments, any of the subject boards, you can, if anyone is left out, you can please unmute yourself and on your video and introduce yourself now, because we have come to the end of the introductions, student introductions. Is there anybody who is left out to introduce?
Or
okay.
Who didn't have the courage so far?
Pardon? Yeah, so if anybody has been left out by mistake, any student has not introduced, you can do so now. Okay, I think we do not have anybody. So, okay, so we have finished the student introduction. So thank you, everyone. We invite the Dean Graduate Studies for the closing remarks.
So hello, thank you for hanging in there. But you know, it was really interesting to see what a diverse class we have, what a wonderfully exciting class we have coming in. And you know, all I want to say is please hold on to this. Please hold on to your uniqueness. Please hold on to your interests. Your research will always be there, but you know, you need to nourish yourselves with multiple, you know, interests. One problematic in life, as we all already know, given the totally widespread interests I've seen. I should tell you that your TIFR faculty are possibly equally diverse. I won't name names and I will leave you to guess. But amongst the faculty you met today was a professional kuchipudi dancer, Kathak dancer, faculty who's the founding member of a band called Conduction Band. Physicists will get the joke. A faculty who could easily be a stand-up comedian and is usually our quizmaster when it comes to those things. I mean, I could go on, okay? So it is absolutely wonderful to have interests. And one reason we asked you to talk about your research and your outside research interests is to say that we encourage this. You know, we encourage having rich, complex lives. And in fact, it is this kind of diverse interest that will keep you sane when things get stressful and when there is no data, or when you feel your research is going nowhere and you will never get the PhD. That's what that CPACE is for, by the way. Okay, people sit there and usually that's the spot where मेरी PhD कब हो जाएगी. Okay, but interest will keep you alive. It's been a really long session, but for me, every minute was really, really wonderful. And I look forward to meeting you in person. Now, some subjects have their subject-specific mixers at 7:30. Others have them later, already had them previously. And on now on, you'll meet with your subject groups only, but that's only virtually. When you come here physically, the campus is not very big, and I hope we'll all run into each other. Yeah? All right. That's all. Good night. Bye. Bindu, thank you for being a wonderful, wonderful host. I don't know how I've done this without you, because you had to be there keeping track of the whole thing. And this is how Bindu is in normal life, okay? All this university cell matters. And Benny, I mean, they've been really the rocks of the university cell. We have a person who is right now on leave, Alka Boyer, whom you will also meet. And the university cell runs on all of these people's incredible dedication to the job. So let's everybody give them a virtual clap. And all right, we've thanked the computer center people. Raghavan, if you're still there, you and your team, hats off. And okay, and Mistry is there. Thanks again.
So
all right.
Yeah. So I think we can close this session now. Thank you everybody for joining. And as you all know, your respective subject boards will be organizing your online coursework, and we look forward to meeting you in person in January. Thank you, everybody.